1. Someone clap. All right.
It would have gotten messy. This would have been so messy.
I was like, shit.
Yeah.
All right, welcome back to another episode of Wheel Talk
Yeah, man.
with the Nomad crew. Jay, Ian, Paul, and we got Jason behind the mic. And what are we talking about today, boys?
It's been a minute.
Oh my god.
It's been a big minute.
Yeah. A couple
It's like
minutes.
a microwave minute.
Yeah.
We got a lot of
I
stuff
knew you
today.
guys would wait for me.
Hey,
See?
welcome back.
Hey.
So this is
Happy to have
motherfucker
you.
went to Florida
Without us.
without us and
I
just
thought
biked
about you
around.
guys the whole time.
Oh, look at that, eh? That's
I
look
thought
at this
about
Oh
it
guy.
man, I
the
wish they
whole
were
time.
here enjoying this
Right.
weather
That's
with us.
not even my wife was on my mind. I was like, I wish my wife. I was like, I wish the boys were here, man.
Yep.
So I could draft somebody.
Yeah.
God, I wish I
could
had
help.
someone to draft me right now.
None
Oh,
of us could help.
Somebody has to enjoy this view with me.
so nice if someone was just hanging on my back wheel, staring at my butt all day.
Yeah. But so lonely.
My wife won't do it.
Oh man, how's Florida?
It was great, man. It was hot for 3 days.
It was shitty here.
It wasn't the best either over there. Like it was still in the low 20s.
Oh, low
Sorry,
20s.
sorry.
Well, I was showing you
Our boy got
pictures.
triggered, man.
Low 20s, this guy.
Our boy got
I was
triggered.
showing you pictures, and they were in the 30s.
Oh, man.
I showed you pictures in the 30s, and then
Yeah.
when we got there, the next couple of days was like,
Oh my god, it was so cold in Florida. Low 20s?
Low 20s.
Oh,
Fuck,
man.
dude.
we're
You don't want to know what we were dealing with.
we're still swimming.
We were like low zeros.
Yeah.
Oh, we were like
Yeah.
chill minus 10.
Yep.
Yeah, I heard.
And that was
I
good. We
heard.
were considering riding then.
Yeah, I
There's
wrote.
snow.
Yeah.
It was snowing here.
I would have ridden if it wasn't so windy, too.
How is Florida as a cycling like friendly spot? Do you consider it cycling? Because when I went, it was a little.
I do. And matter of fact, like people were really getting out of my way to make sure I was safe.
Really?
Like they were. My wife told me, "Don't bring your bike. It's not safe to ride there." My boss's cycling team went up there and they all got run over by one car.
All got run over?
Yeah, there
Wait.
were 4 riders.
Sorry.
That's intentional, bro.
Yeah,
It
I
is
need to understand the science of like how to hit 4 cyclists at once.
Oh, you just don't stop.
You just or you get close enough to psych them out and then they wipe out, kind of,
Oh,
right?
damn.
Jeez.
But I didn't find that at all. Like, and I learned a few things too. You know, like highways. That doesn't mean shit. It means it just means street. And it's like Highway 26, Highway 192. You're allowed to bike all highways. It's our 400 series is their interstates. So you cannot bike on interstates.
Shout out to the I-95. No riding on that.
Yeah.
When you go to New York, eh?
No.
I-95, no. Hell no.
No I-95.
No I-95.
Or
I
I
77.
remember reading that somewhere that's terribly illegal. So, they really don't like that.
Yeah. But it was a good ride, man. I did a 5-kilometer ride the first day. That was because I had to redo my chain.
Yeah, your chain was.
The chain, it was
funky,
fucked,
bro.
man. Yeah.
Can
Yep.
we insert a picture of that? That was
Yeah, I think we need
yeah.
to.
Send me that
Yeah.
picture. I'll put it up.
grimy.
Yeah.
It was. It looked like the chain that like Ulysses Grant had. On
Yeah.
his bike.
Yeah, pretty well.
And that was just within a matter of hours.
Yeah.
Well,
Jeez.
no. It wasn't a matter of hours. It was a matter of 2 days of travel being on the bike
On the
rack.
back, okay. Was it raining the full 2 days of travel?
Well, it was cold the first day, and then it rained the second day. So
Damn,
Bad
that'll do
combo.
it.
it was a bad combination.
That'll do it.
So do you replace the chain?
I did not. I cleaned it. I went to right away when we got home. When we got to the house, I went to Walmart. I bought degreaser. I bought a pan.
You're like,
So
oh, why didn't I
didn't-
bring my cleaning kit with me?
I didn't think I needed it, but I learned on the way home.
Yes.
I wrapped the pedals. I took the chain off. I took the wheels off. All that went in the car, so it was only a frame on the bike rack.
That's a good
Okay,
pointer.
smart.
That's a good pointer.
I learned
Which
my
leads
lesson.
us
That's
to
a
a
really good
topic
pointer. Yep.
It's a perfect
of
segue.
bad habits
Bad
Bad
habits.
habits.
for cycling.
Yeah.
So, number one, I guess traveling,
Yeah.
multi-day traveling with your bike on a car is actually now that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Like especially when teams bring their bike, it's just a frame on the roof or whatever.
I mean, they have like
They have multiple sets, I'm sure.
And they
like,
have people too to
they
like
have
just
people,
do all the
but
Usually they
mechanics.
have
But even
buses.
still.
The bikes go inside the bus.
That too. But yeah,
Yeah,
because
what
I'll see a lot of people just like having their bikes just out in the back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and normally that's just for a couple hours. But you
Sure.
had yours on for
2
2
days.
full days, dude.
Yeah.
That's a good pointer. Yeah, to like.
Yeah. And when I got to the hotel on the first trip, I brought the bike into the hotel room.
Mm-hmm.
Smart.
There was
Where'd your wife sleep?
Yeah. Bathtub.
right? The bike got a shower on the
Why is
first,
the bike
first
in the
time.
bathtub?
Does the bike eat eggs? What's going on?
Sorry, babe. This is the bike seat.
You brought the bike there? Anyways.
Oh man.
awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
So clean transportation on the bike. That's a bad habit.
Mm-hmm.
To just leave it on, especially in the elements. That's another one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I first moved to this apartment with the hybrid bike, I kept my bike out there,
On the balcony, right?
like right on the
outside?
driveway. But I
Okay,
had
yeah.
like a tarp over it. I had
Yeah,
two
even-
tarps over it.
Even
Two?
that's no good.
I had
man.
2 tarps.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah,
Damn.
yeah.
Okay.
I had one that's like fitted to. I had 2 bikes out there. Right? It was mine and my ex's. So I had one that was fitted to both bikes,
Mhm.
and then I had a big blue tarp over top of it.
Did that help?
Yeah,
Well, it's
surprisingly.
better
Yeah.
than nothing.
It's not, you know,
The tarp,
Like,
the tarp,
yeah.
but it holds like you won't get snow on it to then
Yeah.
freeze and thaw
Right.
and all
And
that.
like
right?
I pulled it on the spring, and the chain was
mint.
mint.
Woo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess you know what I was thinking in terms of cold. I guess it doesn't really affect it. In that,
Mhm.
Well, my
in that
bikes
sense,
are always on the balcony.
right.
Damn.
But
Yeah,
I,
really?
I guess
Always.
it's the same as keeping
Yeah,
it in the
Steel
garage.
is real, guys.
yeah.
Steel is real. That's it.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that
just
doesn't
gonna be
matter.
cold in the garage.
It's just cold, yeah.
The thing you want to keep away from is moisture.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Anything that
And pigeons.
builds,
pigeons.
Yeah, exactly.
Pigeons are also
Yeah,
pigeons are trouble.
because like I kept with a fitted thing, the case or whatever. I tucked it under the wheels, so no snow would actually even get in,
Nice.
That's
even
it.
if they were shoveling the driveway.
That's it.
Nice.
Yeah, it has to be like a full wrap job
Yeah.
instead of just dropping it over top.
Yeah, because like with 2 people living in here, like I didn't have space for these 2 bikes in here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just no room.
You
so,
only have room for your bikes.
yeah, exactly. So now,
But now they're nice and warm.
now they're warm,
Guys.
they're safe. They're also not going to get stolen, which is
Yep,
another
that's
bad
right,
habit
man.
that I used to do, which is
Steal
leave
bikes?
my bike out there.
Steal bikes.
Yeah, he had his bike stealing phase.
Bad habit. Stop stealing bikes.
Don't steal bikes.
No, I would just leave my shit out there like unlocked. I would
Ow.
just put a tarp over it and like leave
Just
it.
put a sign on. Take me.
Right? Might as well.
You know what I mean? Because like I didn't want to have the hassle of like unlocking and then
Mhm.
coming home to lodge. I want to,
You know, go outside, find a new bike,
with my bowl cutters,
steal another bike.
Right, exactly.
the pocket grinder. You
Gotta
know?
paint that shit over.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, it's the sharing economy, isn't it?
like any
Take
Mac-
one, leave one.
It's a bike community, guys.
Yeah.
Take a bike, leave a bike.
So what are bad habits that you guys do?
store my bike near my radiator. That's a problem.
Hey.
It just
Is that a
happens to
problem?
be. Well, you don't want to keep it near something too hot or too cold.
Is it a gremlin?
No, but like, if it's you might warp the parts if it's too close to a heater.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That would be
Aluminum car. Yeah. Okay.
beef.
Tires.
Yeah.
Tires.
Tires.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rubber. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
What does that do to the paint finish? Does it do anything to that?
I mean,
Let's
we're
find
talking about direct heat. That's like,
Yeah, it's not like a torch, I guess.
I mean, if you leave your bike outside in the sun,
Yeah.
Exactly.
and some days it's just as bad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
You know.
true.
But
Okay.
double tarp over here.
Yeah.
I double wrap all the time, bro. Like,
Double wrap. Stay safe.
you could never be too careful.
Stay safe.
You could
Stay
never.
safe. Hashtag stay safe.
Get the ribbed ones.
the ripped tarp.
It's for her protection.
Exactly.
The bikes, guys.
Bikes
the
protection.
bikes
Oh, the bikes.
It's like bikes protection.
Honestly, if I put a tarp around anything in where I live downtown, everything and the tarp would be gone.
They just
Yeah.
put that all in the pickup.
No, somebody would be living in the tarp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd uncover it. Who are you?
God.
Where's my bike?
I can't believe it
He's
survived.
in the shape
man.
of a bike. He wants you to think it's still there.
Oh god.
What about you, Paul?
I think the only thing I can think of, because I store my bikes on the balcony because, you know...
Space.
Yeah.
And it's a good-sized balcony. But I noticed that with this windy winter, every single time it's like one of those really windy days, because Melly's tarped,
Okay.
and then the winter beater isn't, and leaned up against, and then I have patio furniture that's like pushed up against all of that.
Okay.
Right.
But the wind gets under the tarp
And blows everything.
and blows everything up.
Oh,
and
useless.
out.
And then
Useless.
re-exposes everything.
Exactly.
Useless.
So every time there's a heavy wind, I have to
You
re-tarp
didn't do the
things.
tuck? The
I
wheel
did tuck.
Oh, you did the
No,
wheel
but
tuck?
see,
Yeah,
the
but I
mistake
live-
that you did is that you put an aluminum/carbon bike on top of a steel bike, where it should be the other way around.
Yeah, because then like the steel, you're right. And another part of it is that like the tucking then makes the whole wrapped bike a kite. Remember, I'm on the 11th floor, right? So that wind catches that perfectly and just right.
At least it'll go down
Wow.
soft.
Exactly.
It'll
And
go
I'm
down
usually
slow.
able to catch it, right? And so every time there's a heavy wind, there's like bikes everywhere on the ground, like patio furniture and stuff on the balcony. So what I have to
Whoa,
do,
Damn,
man, that
dude.
is...
I know that this winter in particular, I should have strapped it to something.
See what I... So going with the rip
Yeah.
idea.
Keep
wrap
it
it
there.
up, like...
Wrap it up.
Exactly.
I should have wrapped it tight.
Tied it up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna call that a bad habit because I really technically don't know what the condition of like my spokes are now, and
Right.
because this thing's been bouncing around in the heavy wind days. And so I don't know. I'm gonna open it up and
Damn.
see. I mean, it's a good thing I can handle most repairs, but let's see what I see when I open that tarp up, which hopefully is soon.
Okay. Another bad habit that I used to do was never clean my bike.
Hey.
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
still doing that too.
Because, like, with a hybrid bike, bro, it was just like, I didn't know. I was just riding. I'd ride 60 kilometers and come home and just leave it.
And then someday it'll rain and you're good.
And all I would do is just put lube on the chain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is
But I
fine.
think you started as a commuter before you were...
No.
No?
I was riding still like 60, sometimes 80 kilometers.
So you're
And
doing
just-
your recreational rides and
And
commuting.
commuting. With the same bike,
And not
not
climbing and
washing
not
it.
cleaning it.
Nope.
Ooh,
I'd put it to
savage.
the shop maybe once,
Mm-hmm.
like every year.
Yeah, that kept us up, man.
Right?
Well, like, the maintenance is also a big thing I think a lot of people don't know how to do.
Yeah.
It's not like you get a bike and you know exactly how to take care of it, other than wet it up,
Yeah.
use soap.
Yeah.
You learn, what kind of cleaning products,
Yeah.
unique bike specific cleaning products you need,
Yep.
and then you start realizing, oh shoot, there's probably parts of the bike I can't access,
Mm-hmm.
and then you need to go to a shop.
Mm-hmm.
Or you need specific tools.
That's the one thing that I kind of learned from going from that bike. I didn't know how to like mess around with gears and like how to take a back wheel off, for example. Right. Going with like a single speed bike, I'm like, yo, there's really nothing on here that I need to take to the shop for.
Right.
So I started playing around with it,
Nice.
and then now since I got a bike with gears again, it made me a lot more comfortable taking it apart
Nice.
and like playing around.
Good,
with
you
it.
got that practice in. That's good.
Yeah, right. And it's just like I didn't know. Fuck if you mess up a single speed bike, like you know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like,
and
There's
I've
less parts.
like, if
there's
you-
less
if
things
you-
to go wrong
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
a single speed, right?
I've heard
Yeah.
that that's the motivation for people going with the single
that
speed.
was another thing
Yep.
too.
Is because there's less things to fall apart on your ride.
saves you money
Less
and
things to worry about.
like
for
maintenance.
sure.
Yeah,
Yep.
easy.
Oh yeah. Wow.
And and just cleaning up this bike is just so much easier. Like I took apart the derailleur when I first got it.
Woo.
Hey.
The guy who had it, he's like, yeah, I cleaned it. I looked at the pictures he sent me. He's like, yo, that's shit.
That is.
And then I
garbage.
took it home and I cleaned it, like fucking clean.
But you didn't take off the derailleur.
No,
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't take it off.
Okay.
Yeah, I like took
Yeah.
everything apart and just like took the jockey wheels off.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's,
Yeah.
Nice.
that's
And
a
like
lot.
I scrubbed those because they were
Nice.
black.
Those get really greasy.
They-
Oh,
yeah,
Dude,
you
they
do
were-
have to
they
clean
were,
those.
Like
Yeah.
they were
Yeah.
black.
'Cause those
Yeah,
can
no,
jam you
that's
up.
a good thing
Yeah.
that you did.
Yeah.
Those can jam you up.
And
So
I didn't even realize it was gray.
It's supposed to be gray. This is metal. Oh my God.
Like,
Oh, it's not brown.
Yep.
It's like black.
yeah, there was hair in there. I was like, whose hair?
Yeah.
The guy had no hair. Like, whose hair is this?
From the street.
It's all the raccoons.
It's all the
The streets. Yeah.
The
streets, man.
Yeah, so that's like bad habit is cleaning your bike.
Like actually cleaning it,
Like,
actually cleaning the
actually,
mechanical
yeah.
parts, because it's those mechanical parts that like seize up on you when you're climbing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's a really good point. Glad you didn't take the derailleur off though. I have made that mistake.
Yeah.
Of taking it off and then ready to put it back. And you're like, fuck.
How?
Like, wait a minute.
You too.
I thought this was tighter.
Oh shit.
Is this
It's
supposed
still
to shake?
moving. Like, oh, damn it. Okay. Yeah, you don't want to do that too much,
Yeah,
right?
no, I didn't take the derailleur off.
Yeah.
What about you guys? Any other bad habits? What about on the bike? Bad habits on the bike.
Oh,
What
I
you
got
guys
tons,
do?
man.
Yeah, totally, man. Like, and they could be another topic of conversation too.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
etiquette.
Let's talk about a few bad habits on the bike.
A few bad habits on the bike.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't stand enough. I don't get off my saddle enough.
is that a bad habit?
Is that bad?
For
Yeah,
me, it
that's
is
personal
because my
preference,
back
I think.
hurts. My back eventually hurts, and my ass hurts.
You're
and
too arrow. That's why. You're arrow for like 6 hours.
Well, no, because like that's why I
His
shortened
bike's
my
arrow all day.
stem.
Let's put it that way.
I shortened my stem to bring me in a little bit.
Yeah, he's-
My-
yeah,
my-
but
Your
my
like-
swing
positioning is more arrow.
It only looks arrow because of my bike setup and the way the bike looks like. But when I'm on my bike,
You guys gotta see his bike. You guys gotta see his bike.
Yeah.
when I'm on my
Bullhorns.
bike,
Bullhorns.
I'm
Custom bullhorns.
Mm-hmm.
and my body type too. My legs are fucking short.
Same, bro. I got
So
stubby
short.
ass legs.
Yeah, that's what I have.
Sucks.
So, but when I'm on my bike, I'm actually proper on the bike, but my legs look funny on the bike because the bike looks big.
My legs just look
On my
funny
legs.
in general.
Squat life, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Lifting life, man.
It's like, bro, like, we'll go back to this, but like, bibs. I'm seeing everybody with bibs. Like, they're above the knees and shit, and just like, they sit proper looking.
Mm-hmm.
I put bibs on, I put bike shorts on. Like, why is it below my knee?
Yeah.
It was like sitting on my knees. This is not comfortable. What the fuck is this,
Right.
bro?
You gotta go back to
I know
talk
the
about fit.
fitting and or I can just I can become a seamstress or whatever those people
Make your
are.
own.
Make my own shit
Make your own.
Seamster.
and
Seamster.
sell it
Seamster. You need Seamster.
and sell it to people with similar body types.
Yeah,
Short,
sure.
stubby legs.
People who lift.
Short,
Bro.
stubby, thick ass legs. Because that is an issue, man. Because, like, I bought a kit from Neopro. I was like, okay, cool, race fit. Okay, they feel a little tighter. Let me go a little one size bigger. But a 3XL, I'm like, fuck
Nah,
you.
bro.
Dog, I'm like, why am I a 5XL in this shit now? Like, I'm just getting over the fact that I'm a 2X in cycling gear. You know what I mean?
Nope.
It's like, I gotta return that shit or sell
Honestly,
it.
you're probably maybe a 1X? Maybe not. Because,
A 1XL?
no, because, okay.
No, like, Jersey. I bought a 3X.
I thought I was talking about the bibs.
Bibs too, yeah. Bibs, I was...
That one you might have to
X.
adjust because, yeah, the extra large is like 5'10", and
Yeah.
so the leg.
The leg is going to be
super
longer.
long.
So leg's
You're
going to be
kinda
like...
forced
No,
to-
but it's like, it was long, but it was also tight. Like, tighter. My regular shit is XL. Like, my regular bibs, my regular...
Are they the full ones?
The full ones, yeah. And even my regular shorts, bike shorts. XL.
Yeah, because he's trying to fit in the horizontal direction
Yeah,
and the vertical direction.
yeah.
And so you have to make that choice. Because
You know what I mean? Because, like,
yeah.
XL, for me, like, the regular ones,
Yeah.
they fit just above the knee, and it's
Yeah.
Oh,
fine.
nice.
Right? They're still long, but it's just above the knee. Thighs fit perfect on it.
Okay.
With these ones, the race fit style,
Ooh.
dog,
It's too long.
it's too long and it's like tight on my legs.
3/4 leg pants.
Yeah, that's part of why I don't
try
even
those.
I'm not even
I
going
wanna
to get
try
into
the
bibs.
3/4.
I'm
Three-quarter
trying to stay
bibs?
away from bibs.
There's
Well,
no such thing.
The pants.
Oh, the
Oh,
Oh, like capris?
capri,
Yeah,
capri
kinda.
bibs.
Like bike
Kinda.
capris?
Yeah.
They have them.
Yeah.
No, you're talking about like a bibs with a knee. the knee
Like
warmer?
just longer, like halfway to
Just
your
longer.
calf.
You go down here, and
The
then
half
Yeah,
to your
that's-
and
calf.
then the socks cover the rest.
Yeah.
So just
But
to
that's not a bib. That's that is a knee warmer under a bib, right?
No, they come in bibs.
so just to
They
clarify,
come in bibs.
It's a bib that's
Yeah.
like
we're talking about a
longer.
bib that starts here, like in your like calf,
calf area.
Yeah.
and then the
And then
bib
all the way to the top.
is like full body.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a
So
regular
there's-
bib, just a
Yes,
little
yes,
bit
yes,
longer. Yeah.
So there's this thing in like called
It's
a
not
romper.
pant. Yes.
Okay. Yes.
So like the romper is what you'd wear to like the club. So then the bib
That's
would
a
be
bib.
like the bike version
Yeah.
of the romper.
No, I would always like make fun of people, like not make fun, but just like, how do you take a shit in your romper? Until I started putting on a bike bib.
Yeah, and you're like, yep, you're
It's
getting
like, I
fully
get
naked.
it.
Fully.
I totally
Fully
understand.
naked.
Fully.
Just in a gas station bathroom.
Yep.
It's just like,
Fully
I
naked.
am not comfortable here.
Yep. And then when you're done, you have to put all that back. And
Yeah.
you know that like a part of the bib is on the gas room, in the
On the
gas
floor.
station floor.
Yeah.
And now you got to deal with this. That there's possibly piss.
Possibly.
Now on your bib that you're gonna wrap around you.
Yeah.
Talk about bad habits. Take care of your business before you leave, man.
That's right.
Impossible
That's
for 8
true.
hours.
Possible for 8 hours, but you gotta try.
Or also,
Gotta try
another
it.
bad habit, watching what you eat so you don't have to do all that shit.
Is that a bad habit? I think
Yeah.
it's a good
No,
practice.
I eat
mean-
everything when I won't.
I definitely don't eat a lot because of that specifically.
Yeah.
And I don't.
Is
and
that
I-
a bad habit though? I think that's a good habit to watch what you're.
Well, I think it turns into a bad habit for me when after the ride,
You're bonking and you're just...
everything,
it's either you're bonking or you're eating everything.
everything,
Yeah,
I mean,
everything.
yeah.
treat yourself, man. Treat yourself.
That's it. I just rolled for 8 hours, man.
Exactly,
You know,
exactly.
I deserve
Treat
this
yourself, man.
1.5 pizzas. Because I rode 8 hours. I earned it.
Exactly.
Fair enough, man. Fair enough.
So when we do the PEC ride,
Yeah.
what's your diet?
Nuts.
Peanuts and
It's a 10-hour ride.
yeah, for sure.
192 kilometers.
Yeah. I mean, that was, well, that the phase to Montreal was like 130. That phase. And that was like nuts, granola bars, clementines.
What day was that?
Day one.
That's
When you
what
guys joined me
When
to
we rode
Bowmanville,
longer,
and then
Damn.
I continued.
Damn.
we were 160 that day. Or
Yeah,
150.
you guys did 150,
Yeah.
and I did 130, and then
Crazy.
because I broke it up at Coburg. So that was just
Savage.
granola bars and peanuts and stuff. I'm used to that. I'm used to that.
No,
kind of, like,
because you also had brisket
that day,
sandwich.
right, was the brisket sandwich.
Yeah.
And then the ride
Oh.
after you guys left, I hit
the-
all the hills and all the wind.
So no candy, no sugar, no saltines.
No, like nothing in your water bottle kind of thing.
No, not just clean
'Cause I
water.
think that's what I'm gonna do in my
Yeah.
for this season is actually have electrolytes.
Like
in
electrolytes.
it.
Bro?
Oh,
Like, instead of
tons.
like buying
So,
Gatorade. Kind
Don't
of thing.
you need
Yeah.
to replenish that?
So
The problem with that,
I end up replenishing that with just purely the water bib entirely,
But no.
but no
additional
electrolytes or anything. No.
No salt or sugar.
Time to time, I'll get a Gatorade, but not
Salt
every
and
time.
sugar?
Right?
Salt?
Not every time.
Yeah.
Let's get a salt lick.
just find some clay.
Yeah, no.
So one of the things that I wouldn't
Salt
mind,
lick.
one of the
Where
things
is Cage?
that I wouldn't mind trying this year is like more things while I'm riding. So like adding electrolytes. And-
Nutrition wise.
right.
Some addition, a sprinkle.
Like right, things that aren't
Salt
trail
packs.
mix, right? Because even some of the trail mix that I get, it would include that, like the breakfast mix, really good.
Mm.
That's gotta have a ton of salt in it.
Yeah. So like sometimes I'll mix that up, but
Okay.
I think generally speaking, my in-ride nutrition is
Nuts and apples.
a shaky habit.
Mm.
My post-ride nutrition is a really bad habit. My pre-ride nutrition is definitely questionable. So then, yeah, maybe just all around nutrition.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's
Agreed.
a bad habit.
I think that's the same for anyone who's trying to
that you
do
talking?
like an endurance ride,
Yeah.
right? Because you need to manage your nutrition, otherwise you're
Yeah.
gonna bonk.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I haven't hit that line. Well,
Same.
Yeah, I came really close once, but I'm surprised I haven't hit that.
And the other thing too is sometimes just forgetting to drink.
That's a really bad habit.
Really bad.
That's a very bad habit.
So
My
I never
camel pack
noticed
helped me.
it. Yeah. I never noticed it until like riding in the cold this year.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I'll have my 2 bottles. I'm like riding, and you don't realize how thirsty you are because it's so cold,
Yep.
and your mouth isn't even in the same kind of dry. It's just like regular, right?
And your muscles still need that water.
Yeah. And I'm like bonking. I was like, okay, shit. I'm like trying to go up Greenwood. I'm like, all right, I gotta stop for a minute.
Mhm.
I'm less than a kilometer away from home. I'm just gonna drink and just like hang out for a sec,
Mhm.
right? And like I finished the entire bottle and just like had a candy bar and went. But I
Okay.
totally forgot like just to drink.
Mhm.
So along the same lines, have you ever gone on a ride, brought water, and you come home and you have like almost a full bottle of water left?
No.
It's been a long time.
Yes.
So I still do that, and I know that's a problem.
It's been a long time.
Very big
Yeah.
problem.
But I think it's because too, like when we stop, we just refill.
No, I mean like you go on like let's say an hour and a half ride,
Oh yeah, all
right?
the time.
And there's
Yeah.
times I used to bring 2 balls of water, and I'd bring like
You don't finish it.
ball and a half back.
Yeah, so you barely touch
I
it.
barely touched it, right?
Yeah. It's been
Yeah,
a
that
while.
happens.
But you're supposed to sip water, right? You're not.
That's
supposed to
why
chug
the
it.
Camel
You're not
Pack
supposed
helps
to
me
chug,
because then it's just sitting there,
Yeah.
Yeah.
pedaling and just taking my time
So
with
it's
it.
not necessarily a bad thing that you're coming back with a lot of water because an hour and a half is not a lot of water that you should have been consuming.
Yeah, but I've realized I'm just tacking on extra weight at the end of the day.
Well, exactly. You're carrying more
And
than
that
you're
shows
going
a
to
bad
use.
habit.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because like when I did the 50, I came back with like almost 2 bottles of water.
How'd you
Yeah.
come back with more water than...
No, like I
made water.
didn't drink.
Damn!
For
At
50
all.
almost 50 kilometers, I didn't drink.
Jeez.
Like
Beef,
barely.
man.
I'm like, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah, I can't do that anymore because I remember I used to do
Yeah.
that, and now like yeah, water's for sure.
But like I think for you before it was a problem because you probably didn't want to stop to get off your bike.
That's what it was.
And take it out of your. You know what I mean?
That's
Take
what
out
it
of your-
was. And then
Yeah.
with
You
that
didn't
camel
use
pack,
bonds
it like
before?
saved the day.
He didn't. Oh, keep in mind his bike doesn't have.
I don't have a mount, so I'd have to stop at the stoplight and like get the bottle out my bag.
I had no idea you didn't have bottle cages.
Never.
Yeah, man.
Does it have the holes for them?
Nope.
Nope.
No, but
Steel bike.
But
Good thing you have those
2022,
topping
man.
screws.
Exactly. I can just.
You can get the straps. To,
Well, I'm aware of ways to put it on. I'm aware I have options to put it on.
Oh,
I just never did.
wow.
Because I got used to certain things. Like, I got used to just, okay, I'll stop.
To
and
the
drink water.
non-luxuries of life.
Right. And then I started riding with, like, fucking you guys. And I had a camel pack and a saddlebag and all this shit.
So, are you gonna get the frame bag or no?
Probably. Right? That's how
Now
this
I
seems to
will.
go. Right?
Yeah, yo.
That's how this seems to go.
No, you know what you need, bro? You
Oh,
need that
man.
bike with like the built-in
The
water.
built-in under the seat.
and then it connects all the way up to the handlebars, so you're just like sipping on the handlebars.
Yep.
You know, you need that.
Yeah.
Less shit on your back.
Yep. It'd probably weigh the same as my bike now with the chain.
True.
Yep.
Panniers?
So I didn't want to put panniers on Melly until
No.
I got,
Of course not.
right?
Yes.
That's like another 50 pounds.
I'm open
no,
to
but that
panniers.
would just the style would no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it fucks up the style, and I don't want to do that, man. Melly doesn't deserve that. But I of course I'm down for panniers and everything that goes on it for sure.
Wow.
Yeah, for sure.
True.
So another bad habit of mine, it's more like a funny habit, riding in the city because I need to like. So I usually listen to music, and that's not interesting enough, I guess, for certain rides because you just get used to riding Lakeshore all the time. You get used to riding the same trails all the time.
Sure.
So this is kind of mean, but I'll pull up behind people and I'll draft them
I do that.
for much longer than you're supposed to.
I do that too.
Is that wrong? Is that wrong?
It becomes wrong.
Isn't
when-
it smart?
It becomes wrong when they turn around for the second time. Because the first time they turn around and see you, you're like, and then they'll like pedal a bit faster. Like, all right. They can't
Is
keep
this
up with it.
confession time?
That's wrong.
Yeah, so that is, I guess, a confession too. That like
Is this confession time?
I draft people
No,
all
back
the
button.
time, and it's funniest when they don't expect it, and then they see you, and then they're trying to like break the draft.
Yeah.
So sometimes they'll slow down and they'll
Meanwhile,
pull
they're just
over,
making you go faster.
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
or
It's like,
sometimes
no,
they'll slow down.
just keep going.
And then I slow down, right? So that's another. That's just
Wait. They slow down and you slow down.
my draft.
It's
not gonna lose
me at this point.
I'm not gonna lose my draft.
You're still going the same way.
Like, oh, are you turning too?
Right? Okay. Yeah. Let's
No,
go.
Okay, let's go.
What a coincidence. I'm going this way too.
Yeah, man. I guess I'm going to Bronte now. All right. Let's go.
You come here often?
So yes, I do.
Oh, shit.
I do that. I know it's a bad habit, but for me, it helps to make the in the city rides a
I'm
little
sorry, it's
bit more
part of the
interesting.
game. It's part of it's a part of the bike
I don't
game.
see anything
Yep.
wrong with it, man.
It's just
Okay, we'll talk to the people that I've drafted then.
Yeah, did they voice out their opinion? Like, did they say
Nobody's ever been like, "Hey, creep."
Okay.
Like, slow down.
Why are you following
Okay,
me, bro?
Wait, hold on. What about the etiquette when you're drafting a stranger?
Isn't that what you're talking about?
That's what he's talking about.
Well-
Yeah, right. Like, is there etiquette?
Is there etiquette to drafting a stranger?
What kind of stranger? Commuter or another cyclist?
Does
Like,
it matter?
Mhm.
I mean,
We're all on bikes?
I think that the etiquette there is just making sure they know you're there. I don't think there's anything wrong with
Well, I
Which is,
turn
I
off
guess-
my lights when it's nighttime.
Jesus.
Well,
This
So you
guy's
creep up on
fucking. This guy's freaking initial D up in this piece, man. You just sneaking up on people, stealth
Turn the
lights.
lights up.
I pull up the speed, turn off my lights, and just draft silently, bro.
Freaking draft ninja.
Just hear the breathing. That's it.
No, I don't breathe with the mouth. I breathe with the nose. Quiet.
Only time to hear him is when he freewheels.
No, even that's quiet.
Oh, damn.
Gosh.
Stealth bike, man. That's
And when I have to go, then I turn on my light and just like fucking
Yeah.
slingshot my way out.
I'm telling you, man.
Like the F1 pass, just
Holy
Where the fuck is this guy going?
easy Takumi.
You got my tofu in the back.
yeah.
Oh
This
man.
man's packed in his panniers.
Jeez.
What's another one, guys?
another bad habit.
I think not paying attention
Well, yeah,
is my big one. Because a lot of times, like when we're riding together, I don't pay attention. So like
Riding in a group.
I've spoke about this before. Like
Mhm.
when I'm leading, I don't pay attention to who's behind me. Like I
Well,
don't pay attention if I'm going faster
you
than the
also have
actual.
You also have to like. You have multiple. Well, how do I say this? Like you have to be a photographer at the same time. You have
Yeah.
to be a cyclist at the same time. So you're thinking of different things all the time, right?
Yeah, I
at the
guess.
same time,
a lot
gangster,
of one
100%.
etiquette will go out the window to make up for a different
Yeah.
one.
Plus, he knows that I'll
Yes.
look at the map.
Yeah,
yeah,
that
and
too.
plus you have someone.
Yeah, you're not,
to take
you're not
care
by
of that.
yourself, bro. Come on.
No, I know, but
Come on,
the thing
man.
is, sometimes I end up being by myself because I look back and I'm like, oh shit,
Yeah,
I
you
gotta
turned.
slow down.
Yeah.
I gotta slow down.
Yeah.
Or and like you guys will be like, yo, you missed a turn, your turn,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I have to look back. It's like, oh shit, now I gotta turn around on the other side of the highway or the other side of the giant ass
Yeah.
road and then ride back. Otherwise, I'm riding into oncoming traffic, kind of.
But I guess that's an interesting kind of point of what exactly do you
just suck it, bro.
just suck it, bro?
Just suck it, guys.
Yep.
I have coasters for a reason.
Yeah, disappeared.
Where
Yeah,
are they? Oh, here they are.
yeah. Who cares?
Oh, jeez.
Amazing.
Yo, hold on. Look at all of the coasters. Look at all the coasters.
Oh, jeez.
Oh god. Oh god. It gets worse.
pudding.
It gets
Yeah,
worse.
but read the footing one.
Put it in my dick where it-
Yeah, shut up.
Oh god.
Oh no. How did that make it?
This is the first one we saw.
You know, I bought those in Florida.
Did you really?
Yeah, I bought those in Florida.
They have the best shit, man.
They don't give a shit.
Yeah, you got to see their updated inventory. See if they got Will Smith on there.
Oh, it's coming tomorrow.
Yeah, sorry, they're making it right now.
But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, like not paying attention is a big thing,
Mm.
especially when you have to lead a ride a little
Yeah,
bit.
but that's what this is for now.
That's-
That'll be another conversation.
that'll be another conversation. Yeah.
Actually, that is a part of the conversation.
It will be.
Yeah.
It is,
No,
actually.
let's jump into that. That's a good one. That's a good one. So, I recently bought a head unit, like a Garmin 520,
Yes, sir.
and 'cause I didn't want to use my phone, essentially, right?
Good for you, man.
Well, save phone battery and
Yeah.
shit like that. But it's also like, now how the fuck do I use it? Especially if I wanna race, right? How do you use that as a training tool as opposed to just a direction or a GPS? You know what I mean? Like, what are the stats you should look out for? The cadence, heart rate training,
I guess
stuff that you guys do.
Yeah, you guys.
Yeah,
'Cause
Jason and Ian.
I was gonna ask you.
Yeah, I'll pre-qualify by saying that I
Still use your phone?
don't look at numbers mid-ride, like
Fair.
ever. The only number that I'm kind of curious of is total distance, just for curiosity's sake.
Yeah.
But I personally don't love the idea, for me, just for me, of looking at those kinds of numbers consistently because I feel like it's going to do
Psych you out?
something.
It'll mess with you.
It'll mess me up.
Yeah.
And for me, with these long rides, I'm genuinely in it for like the trip, and genuinely in it for hanging out with folks, and I'm genuinely just having fun with it. And I feel like looking at numbers like that consistently, right there, on my bars, is going to be so distracting and so like.
But I think that's a different conversation because what I'm talking about is actually using it for training as opposed to just using it as a navigational device.
Right.
Because for me, like when we go on our rides, I'm going to have that on. It's not going to distract me from just having fun. It's going to be cool to look at, oh, how fast am I going? But I'm not going to look at my cadence. You know what I mean?
He's assuming that we're actually training.
No, so I would use it for my personal training.
Yes.
Right? So like when I go on my own rides,
Yeah.
like actually trying to train. Like how do you use that to train? Like what are the numbers that you should look out for?
Well, cadence is one of them for me.
What is a good cadence?
But we kind of had this conversation.
A little bit, yeah.
It was between 80 and 120.
And why is that again?
RPMs, right?
Well, yeah, exactly. And that's because, well, from what I understand, when you keep your cadence up between 80 and 120, you take...
Speak a little louder.
You take more of that power that you're using and putting it into your lungs and your heart as opposed to your legs.
And you're building that, yeah.
And that's the
So
difference.
it becomes more of an aerobic than anaerobic.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So now you're just
Less
trying to
lactate
maintain
acid build up
this
into your legs. Okay.
with very minimal muscle memory, or not muscle memory, but
Usage kind of thing.
muscle usage, and the rest is
Yeah.
trying to recover. And what I found out too is when you're riding hard, if you just take it down a little bit, not your cadence, but your breathing, or slow it down, you're actually recovering.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
That
On
makes
long
sense,
rides,
yeah.
I've noticed that.
Yeah, and that's one way of recovering.
Now, is
Instead
that-
of like stop pedaling completely.
Exactly. I
to
can
try to
change my
recover.
breathing
Just
to
change
help
your
with the
breathing.
recovery.
So you could slow the bike down, but keep your
Yeah.
cadence up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
So gearing down, just keeping.
Yeah, and
Okay.
keep your cadence up, and a lot of the times you'll even maintain speed,
Okay.
Yeah.
right? But
Okay.
you've maintained your cadence. Your breathing has come down a bit. Your heart rate has come down. It's all part of the recovery process.
Yeah.
And then when you feel good, you up it again.
And then you up it again.
You up it again.
Okay. So then, in terms of like using that as a training method, I guess, for a race.
That is well. There's ways. There's so many different ways to looking at it. Like cadence, actually, higher cadence will actually help you with hills better than speed in terms of being on a flat surface.
Okay.
Yep. Preach on it.
If you have a higher cadence and you practice that, it'll be easier for you to do hills.
Just to let you know, there's a famous racer, Chris Froome,
Okay.
who's
Yeah.
made the term spin to win popular based on his high cadence climbing up a
Yeah.
hill.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's sort of like,
gearing down, just fucking hammering.
Giving it. Yeah.
well,
Okay.
it's not necessarily giving it, but you're just, let's say, in a higher gear, spinning rather than pushing really slowly up a hill, which would
consistently,
be
yeah.
considered grinding up a hill.
Okay.
Mhm.
So
essentially just maintaining your momentum on a flat to an incline kind of thing.
you wouldn't know on a fixie.
Well, that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Without extra gears, you wouldn't be able to spin up a hill. You'd be
Right.
flying at that range. On
yeah,
on a fixie.
because
which
when
is
we were going up the hills on my
the
single speed,
Langston, right?
yeah, on the Langston, it's just like if I'm behind you guys, I tell you, like, yo, don't slow down.
Yes.
Right.
Because like I have to keep going.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
don't slow down. Like I
Yes.
can't, especially when we're on a incline and there's cars flying beside us.
Right.
Like I'm like
That's just a
I'm
distraction.
fucked if you guys are like slowing down and I'm
Yeah. If you have
and
to
I'm
swerve out.
maintaining
Yeah.
a similar speed, like
Sure.
or like 10 kilometers less than what I was doing earlier.
And you can't
like
swerve
on a
out.
flat. It's
Yeah.
like I have
Yeah.
to fucking go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Otherwise, I'm walking.
Yep.
Right? Or it's like too
Yeah. You
hard.
stall up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's one way. Now, what about heart rate training? You
So
guys do that.
When you... another thing that I found was that when I'm training, current speed and average speed doesn't mean shit.
Okay.
It doesn't mean anything at all. That your speed sensor,
Yeah.
you only technically need your
Cadence.
cadence and your heart rate.
Okay.
Good point.
Because you can get 145 beats per minute going 65 cadence.
Yeah.
Or you can get 150 going 85 on your cadence. It all varies on terrain.
Yeah.
That's why speed doesn't really matter.
And
Speed
your
doesn't
intensity.
it doesn't make sense. It's just
Intensity and the level of resistance.
Okay. Okay, I think I get
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if
Add
you're no
resistance training to
resistance
it.
and you might not be getting that much
Speed.
speed or workout out of it, but if
As
you're
much
at
as
a,
more resistance.
if you have a little bit more resistance, or if
Yeah.
you have the ability
Yes.
to increase or
Yeah.
change the resistance,
Yeah.
then you get a much more whole workout. How
Mhm.
would you?
Yeah, well, those are good points because I mean the stationary bikes at like the gym, for example,
Yes.
that's exactly what's on there,
Yep.
Hmm.
and
Resistance.
you would have to change your mode setting to see anything else,
Yep.
and so it kind of highlights that those two things are the most important things when you're
Okay.
just riding a stationary.
if you have a power meter on the other hand,
Mhm.
right? That'll give you even more accurate readings.
Okay.
At
In
the same
terms of-
time, in terms of how much power usage your cadence,
It's more of an
it
effort.
just it just
Okay.
Measured- more of
calculates
a
it a
measured
lot
effort.
more accurately.
how much harder you're pushing per
Yeah.
leg, kind of thing.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay.
and yeah, like speed is probably the least important value
Oh, okay.
when it
Yep.
comes to training.
See, because like for me, this is all new. Like aerobic training in this sense is very new. Like actually using metrics.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm used to just fucking lifting and just like going off by feel and how does this weight feel, or you know what I mean? Just like what
yeah,
does that
this is
feel
a
to
longer controlled effort,
you? Yeah.
so that it definitely changes how you look at,
For sure,
you know.
for
Yeah.
sure, yeah.
'Cause I
what-
can hammer it down and it's just
Yeah.
like the speed is like okay, cool. Because for me, the way I see it in terms of racing is like, why not just go faster? You know what I mean?
True, but how long can you maintain your
You have to
that
maintain
speed,
that,
right?
However
and that's what you're
long
training
I
up
would-
to. You're training up to
However
being able
long
to
of a
sustain
distance
that.
I have between me and the second person. You know what I
Me
mean?
and the person in front of me. No one in front of
Yeah.
me?
Yeah, there's no one in front of me. It's like,
Yeah.
I'll coast for a little bit, let him catch up. I'll rest. We take turns, you know? He can feel like he's catching up, and nope. See ya.
So I think a lot of us are novices at training on our bikes.
Yeah.
Bike training
But in terms of
specifically,
like
yes.
experience, you actually using like a head unit.
Yeah, I think when I started, I think the first thing I got was my cadence sensors and a heart rate monitor just to see.
Yep.
Like, I wanted to see whether I could handle staying on a bike for an extended period of time.
Which
'Cause I hadn't
clearly
been-
you can.
Well, because before I hadn't ridden.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Prior to 2020, I wasn't
Yeah.
on a bike.
Right.
That was
True.
like the farthest thing from my mind. And
True.
while I enjoyed looking at bikes, I
Mhm.
had a poor experience getting one to fit me.
True.
And then COVID happened, and we're like, you know what, screw this.
Yeah, we gotta figure this
We
out.
gotta handle this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? So once I figured that out, I was like, okay, well, now that I can get a bike, I can fit it. Now I want to see how long I can last on it, and whether or not I can, how my body reacts when I'm pushing myself. So I
Okay.
honestly didn't know. I didn't want to bonk,
Yep.
so I had a tendency to overpack. You know,
Mhm.
ton of weight on my extra bike, extra water, extra food,
Yep.
True.
just so that I wouldn't bonk.
Just to just cover
Right.
yourself.
See,
Yeah.
I think it's so crazy, like the experience we all have in terms of starting out,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
right? Because for me, I've always had a bike. Wow. Like I've always had whatever shitty mountain bike. I've always had to have a bike because
Mhm.
that's how I like to get around, right? And it's like bonking was the last thing on my mind. Wow. I would always be underprepared. For every ride, I never had a bottle cage. I would just go.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
that's
that
some
was
of the most
me-
exciting riding that happens when you're underprepared
Yeah.
too. Right?
Yeah.
Under
And then
biking?
like
is that the term?
you get lost, and it's like, okay, I don't have a gas station or a Tim Hortons to get water.
I better make this.
Mhm. We'll figure this out.
So it's like
Go learn
now
today.
I have to tell my body is like we're gonna work hard, and you need to shut the fuck up for a minute until we get to where we gotta go for water and resources. You know that
Yep.
because like that's where my mentality comes in when it comes to like riding, and when in our previous conversations was
Right.
like, oh, I don't think about all those safety things because I tell my body, shut the fuck up, and we
Figure it out.
gotta work.
Yeah. Figure it out.
Yeah.
You
That
know,
is
we
yeah.
That
we
is
gotta
a-
go
That is a
somewhere.
lifting mentality.
It's definitely lifting mentality.
Like, we gotta
Wow.
we gotta we gotta stay with what we have right now
Yeah.
and push a little bit beyond
Yeah.
Jeez.
to get to what we need.
Wow.
Make the best of what you
I
got.
think my my experience is very, very different. Because my background is more like athletic through sports.
Yeah.
And like I have a lot of track and field specific training,
Nice.
which is a lot more long-term anaerobic
Yeah.
type stuff.
Whew.
So I'm used to like the extremely long game so that when you get to the game, you know your body's going to be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Like, there's no question.
Is it not? It's not overtraining for the distance, so that you.
Exactly. It ends up
Okay.
being overtraining, and that's the difference that I came to on the bike. That like
Same.
being maybe physically over-prepared for what I'm about to do.
Ooh, same.
Right? Because of the amount of like prep that goes into that. Like the fact that when I look back now, I technically did all of that riding in prep for Montreal.
Mm-hmm.
And when I look back now, was all of that necessary?
No, totally worth it.
Right?
Totally
worth
worth
it, yes. Because met you guys. Cheers. But
No, but the riding that you did. But how did you? I don't. We didn't do any multi-day 50K rides.
Yeah, like we
but I
didn't-
did.
No, yeah, that's true. He did.
Exactly. Like I
Because
did.
when we
I
would
made
finish
sure.
our rides, like he would go out the next day for like
Yeah.
another 30 or 40, 50 kilometers.
Exactly. I was
Yeah.
consistently doing the longer
Yeah.
with the hills and stuff like that. And so that's from my athletic
Okay.
approach to it. My body has to be ready 100% to do this thing.
Got it.
So there's no, like in the same way that you're basically, you know, cursing out your body saying, hey, fuck, we got to do this shit. Right? My body is more like, all right, we've been here.
We can do this.
We can do this. And
Yeah, instead of me like, we've never been here, but you gotta figure this shit out.
Yeah. Exactly.
And, for the most part, it works out.
Both worked.
Yeah, they both work.
Yeah,
right?
both worked. And so I think this year, by the way, guys, announcement, I have a bike trainer
Woo woo.
in the back of the car right now.
Woo woo.
Oh, you picked it up?
Yeah. So
But the season's starting.
that's it. I know, right? At the end of the season.
Hey man, it's Canada, man. We have shitty weather.
Right?
There's
At the
gonna
end
be
of
a
the
day
season,
he's gonna get
the
to use
season's
it.
I land a trainer. So
But do you have a bike stand, like a repair stand?
I have.
Okay, I was just gonna say because a trainer is also good for a repair.
Yeah, no, I have a legit repair stand and a good set of tools and stuff, and so yeah, I guess half my living room is going to turn into a bike shop to some degree. But
So now,
So
tell us
where's
about the trainer,
Joe gonna
man.
live?
are we moving her out? You're gonna hate this news. This is awkward.
So what kind of trainer did you get?
You know what? I haven't even opened the bag.
Damn!
Is it like a
Was
dumb
it
trainer? or
sight
like-
unseen?
Sight unseen.
Damn!
That's it.
Wow.
And it's mostly because
New job's doing good, man.
Woo!
I'm gonna see. Let me see. Let me see what I got.
But
Here.
is it a smart trainer?
No.
Oh,
Wheel
okay.
on?
So it's like what is that called? Like turbo? Like
No, the wheel on trainer.
Yeah.
the wheel? Okay.
Yeah.
Like the mag one. Okay.
Yes.
Sick.
Do you have resistances adjustable?
There's adjustable resistances on there, so I'm gonna.
Nice.
Missed
Yep.
out on that.
So as soon as I get home, actually, I'm gonna prop it
Attaboy.
up, and then
Attaboy.
maybe tomorrow I'll untarp Melly, and then stick her on it.
Sick, yo.
So
and then-
Melly becomes
See?
a training bike?
Melly can become the training bike
Until you get a new bike.
until I get a newer steel bike.
Woo!
Are you gonna get a new wheel for it?
A training wheel, like the
Do
red
I
and blue
need
one?
at least a training tire?
Yeah, training tire.
Yeah, the tire, yes. Do I need the wheel?
No.
Yes.
The through axle.
Okay, sorry.
Yes, you do.
You do not need a training wheel if you're comfortable taking on your tire. Or,
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I'm
that's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I'm used to it
Because then you
though.
gotta keep on changing your tire. every, like,
You know, you gotta take that 20 minutes to take that wheel off to put it on another tire
and pump it
or
up.
with
and then-
another wheel.
So it helps if I had another wheel handy.
Just
Yeah.
swap,
Yeah.
straight
But-
swap.
I'm not
'Cause
gonna
I was wondering about that too, like if I wanted to just
Do
do
you have
that.
the extra wheels?
Because I have.
No, that's another story.
But you do have two bikes, so you can
Different
just,
wheels.
One's a
though.
mountain bike.
Yeah, the mountain bike wheel won't fit
not
on
the
the
same.
belly.
Yeah.
Oh, it
They're
won't?
different wheels.
It's not the same. It's not a 700.
No.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't have enough space back there.
26er?
Yeah.
So I bought another wheel. Sorry, I bought another wheel set
Okay.
just because I thought buying one wheel was kind of ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
So I made one like my gravel wheel set and my road / training
Yeah.
wheel set.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then when I did that, I realized there was another problem. I had to buy another cassette because I didn't
True.
want to have to fucking take off my cassette. Like
Well, this is
take
what I'm
turning
getting at
wheel.
with that back wheel. I am gonna
Yeah.
also have to get another cassette.
yeah, so that's So that's the problem when you start looking at that solution.
Bro, just buy a new bike, man. Like, fuck.
I'm putting a new bike on this thing.
You know, I needed a wheel, but you know what? Fuck that.
Get a bike.
You need to hold that thing.
Listen, guys, we're talking about convenience.
Just get the bike.
Put Melly on the trainer and just get
Let's
a
get
whole new
another
steel
bike. Yeah.
What's with all this wheel talk?
One day.
No pun. No pun intended.
No pun intended.
That's it.
We just killed this.
Yeah, that's it.
No, because in the winter we were talking like I was gonna buy a trainer,
Like
right?
a
an
stationary
actual-
bike?
Yeah, no, like for a trainer. And I was like, you know what? It's already almost February. Like a couple more weeks.
You waited out.
Waited out, and lo and behold, I actually ended up getting on a couple rides in February.
Nice.
Like at least 3.
Woo!
Like
Yeah.
short,
Attaboy.
you know.
Attaboy.
And I had to learn fucking cold resistance.
Woo!
Yep.
Cold resistance is the next fucking
Well,
level, dude.
yeah. Cold, in the cold, you're for sure you don't give a damn about speed
No, hell no.
because speed doesn't help you in the cold.
Bro, I'm worrying about. I'm
Makes
worrying
things
about.
worse.
Neither does sweat though.
No, yeah.
Exactly.
None of that helps in the cold, man.
No.
You're just trying to get through
in
it.
my head, man, I'm thinking like as I'm riding, I'm like, is that a puddle or is that a black
Is
ice?
that ice? Woo!
Well,
I've wiped out a
Yeah.
couple of times.
I remember a few
Yeah.
where like I'm making a left turn and there's nothing on the gravel, and then
Yeah.
I just
Fell.
completely slip out.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's there's no ice. Didn't see any ice, but
And
still.
keep
just
in
slip.
mind too, I'm riding in slicks still.
Yeah,
I don't have a second set
Yeah.
of tire. I didn't bother buying a second set of tire.
that too, because even the tires will, in certain weather, it'll
Help.
get like really
Cra-
frozen.
And then it cracks or like it, you
And
know.
then you crack, yeah, and you lose that grip for sure. And
Yeah. So I had to be very mindful of how I'm riding.
yeah, you have to
In
take
the
your turns
wintertime.
slow. And
Yeah.
yeah,
And like
It's
I'm
different
seeing
world.
dudes like when I'm questioning is that a puddle or is that ice, and I see guys like flying right past me, just go over it. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay, that's a puddle. Next
Nope,
thought in
you
my
don't
head,
care.
do
Wait
I
a
want to
minute.
get myself wet?
you're riding drop bars in the winter.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
And
I
then
don't
the
know
other
if I
thing
can
too.
do that, man. I need the
Yeah,
straight
no,
bars.
like I'm riding drops, and the other thing
that's
is
I need the straight bar for
Pretty
winter.
scary, eh?
yeah,
Nah,
Drop
screw
bar
it.
in the winter?
screw it.
Screw
Yeah,
it.
screw it.
Yeah, that ain't for me, man. That ain't for my heart. That's
Because like even with the overshoes, getting them wet,
yeah.
that shit like seeps
Yeah, that
in.
is
Oh yeah,
It'll get in eventually, man.
yeah.
Yep. yeah.
I noticed the limit for mine is like about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We did the Humber Hondo in the rain,
Yeah.
and they become pockets eventually
Oh, for water.
for water.
Yeah,
It's
They
disgusting.
soak
man.
up.
yeah,
It's
Yeah.
I was just
yeah. And then in the wintertime, not just water, and then it gets cold.
Yep.
It's just
Yeah.
freezing.
I remember running into that once, and then I had the hot hands in there too.
In
And
there?
So, like I had the hot hands in my feet, like in the
Oh shit.
shoe. So you have the hot hands that are keeping the feet warm, but then it's getting wet.
Yeah.
So you're kind of cold.
Yeah, how stinky do those shoes get?
Oh my god! It's a crime
Did you
scene.
throw out those shoes?
It is a crime scene.
Did you throw those
Yeah.
shoes out?
Nope. Nope. The shoes did sit in the hallway for a few days. Like just
Stinking up the hallway. Management sticks letters in the doors in the
Yeah.
11th floor.
exactly.
For those sticking their shoes outside,
Yep. Well, it was the only option. They couldn't come in the apartment.
You have a balcony,
He's
dude.
throwing them onto the balcony.
They're just throwing them up on the power lines. Yep, those are done.
Damn. Damn. All right. What about some lessons from mistakes? I guess it falls in line to similar of like bad habits.
Habits. Yeah.
But like, what are those lessons that you've learned? I guess not necessarily from mistakes, but from like trial and error.
My entire riding wardrobe.
But
My
you
entire
wear the
riding
same
wardrobe.
riding wardrobe.
Sorry?
You wear the same wardrobe
in
Well,
the summer.
in the summer.
Well, but to get there, I mean, because remember I
Okay,
had the
to get
summer
there, okay.
before
Yeah,
where
yeah,
I was playing around with long rides
Yeah.
with none of this stuff.
No chamois, right? Yeah.
No chamois,
Yeah.
no clips,
Whew.
just ball shorts and
Woo.
t-shirt.
Hey, I think everyone starts there.
Yeah.
Everybody, yeah.
And then like a really large knapsack.
Yeah, I'm
And
pretty
just-
sure I have
right.
a ride.
And so piece by piece, that wardrobe has changed.
Yeah.
And now you get the chamois, and then you get the clips, and then I had the gloves because I had the finger thing. And
That's
then
the how it started and where it's at meme? Is that the one?
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's definitely
we all got to do one.
Yeah.
We definitely should.
Yeah.
Because the wardrobe choices now
matters.
It definitely matters.
Speaking of wardrobe, sometimes I see your post, and so in my head I'm wondering how the fuck can this guy ride in, like, not necessarily just pants. I hate riding in pants, first of all, but jeans.
Yes.
I don't understand how people can bike in jeans.
Yeah, that's a
go to Europe.
I know.
Stretchy jeans.
That's how they get. Look at the waist.
They're your jeggings.
The waist. Jeggings. They're your jeggings. The trick is the stretchy waist.
Problems.
You need the stretchy waist.
Riding with pants, like even like pants like these, bro. Yeah. Like, how do people ride in those?
I'm comfortable riding in jeans because I think most of my riding throughout my life was just riding to get to like a party or
that's
riding
commuters.
to go to a friend's place.
Yeah,
right.
Commuters.
And so I think I've gotten so used to that like now every now and then I can throw on a pair of jeans and ride to a meeting. Like I think that's still okay.
No.
I couldn't do 100 kilometers.
No, I wouldn't
either.
I have limits, right?
Right.
I think type of bike.
Type of bike also.
Because like and the saddle. Because for me, like the bikes that we have now, I cannot wear pants in those. Riding on that bike.
Jeans in the Racer did feel terrible.
Yeah. Because positioning.
it's
on
it's
a hybrid
terrible.
or something like that, maybe.
With the different position, you're better. Yeah,
right?
You're right.
But because, like with my hybrid, I just sometimes just wear pants.
But people ride steel bikes in jeans, khakis every day.
I know.
You know what I mean?
I know.
They'll probably use like a Brook saddle.
Yeah. The Brook saddle would help.
So wait, why are Brook saddles so fancy? Like, why are they so top tier?
I think it's hype now. Because they're supposedly usable to the point where if you use it enough, it molds to your butt.
Yeah, I heard this too.
But I think that's only the leather ones.
Exactly, I heard this too. The tan leather ones.
The tan leather ones are supposed to be able to mold to you. The more you use it, the more it fits you.
Okay.
But now they're changing materials. There's a little bit more
Leather.
flex. They're doing the cutout stuff now, like some of the other modern ones are.
Okay.
And
so I'm not sure if do we want a molded seat? I don't know. And this might be maybe a throwback to the earlier conversation of bad habits, but I tend to
shift around a lot of
my seating position.
Same.
Yeah.
So
me too.
A molded seat, I think, would really.
I don't think it molds. I think it's just supposed to be more worn in, like jeans.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be like jeans.
Because what that reminds me of is I remember when they first came out with them gel seats.
Yeah.
That were kind of the same as the I think what was it the
they
end
were comfortable at one point.
They had the gel in the.
They just didn't last.
No.
But you can buy
because
gel
the material
pattern.
wore out.
Yeah. The top material would just wear out, and then now you
just have sticky gel.
Bro, don't you ever just?
I think my seat is not your typical. I have a road
yours
bike.
is thick, right?
It's
but it's not. But it's not like it's not gel, is it?
I don't think so.
Like neoprene or something.
But it's really cushy.
Very squishy.
Yeah.
Jealous.
See, here's the thing. I had this thought just came to my mind. Now, I'm hoping that somebody at Nike doesn't take this advice.
TM.
Right?
Trademark.
This is intellectual property that I'm putting out
because
there.
You said it. Because you said it.
Because I said it and just thought about it.
Yeah.
But, you know how Nike always comes out with like...
the Nike Air.
Not just the Air, but like the lunar sole.
Oh, the full.
Yeah.
The full lunar foam.
Yeah.
Imagine that as a seat. As a saddle.
Maybe.
Why not?
I'm
you know
sure
what I
they're
mean?
using
Like
foam already, but to some degree.
Yeah, but like lunar foam is different.
Don't get me wrong.
Right? Like, because I have a bunch of lunar foam shit. Like lunar running shoes and everything.
Yeah.
They're very like comfortable and thick.
TM.
But they're also cushiony.
Right.
And they're lightweight.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Right? So imagine having...
But it's not more lightweight than just carbon.
You know what?
But it's not as cushiony.
Hell no, that's not the point though.
You know what I mean?
Honestly,
but that is the point.
What I just started thinking as you were finishing that, God.
An Air Max saddle?
Jeez!
With the pump.
With the pump. The Reebok.
Yo, TM, man.
The Reebok pump saddle. Yo, Balco. Alex Balco. with this guy, man. He needs to make
Where
that
would you
shit.
be pumping from, though?
From the front. No, from the front. From the front. You're like, you're just riding. Just hold on, guys.
Rather than a stoplight, you just stop him.
It releases from the back.
Oh my god,
You want more speed? Release your air. Nitrous, yo.
Yeah, pump up bike seat.
You're more arrow. You know?
With the Iverson versions too.
Yeah.
That's beef.
Hey, TM.
TM.
I'm sure someone's come up with a pump up bike. Anyways.
Pump up
Pump up bike seat. Or the pump up the whole bike, you mean?
No, just a
saddle.
seat.
Yeah.
Just a seat.
Hey man, that's worth a try. It's worth a try.
Yo, oh man, I got some
Pump up
running
saddle.
shoes that I don't use anymore. I want to mess around with them.
Start ripping them up.
Yeah.
Make seats out of them. Keep the logos.
Hey man, what do we call it? Upcycling? It's like upcycling, right?
Upcycling.
You know,
No pun intended.
No pun
Oh
intended.
god. Pump up bike seat.
Or like, you know, the Hyper Max foam seat.
Well, you know what? Back to the topic of that pump up shit. There are some drop saddles, or not drop seat posts, where it's air compression, where if you leave enough space and like instead of going all the way to the bottom,
Yeah.
you leave enough space
Mhm.
and it acts as a suspension.
So like the more space you leave, the more suspension you have, kind of.
Yes. Right, so you
Whoa.
can drop your saddle
But still
all the
have-
way, or leave a little bit of
Leave
space.
a little bit so you have a bit of
Then you have a
suspension.
cushion.
so you have some suspension.
Wow.
Right?
Good on
Because
mountain bike, yeah. Mountain
I
bike
have
would be
seen
alright.
this
Oh, yeah.
trend where there's suspension on road bikes, like gravel
Oh, yeah.
bikes,
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
right?
They
So-
try to put it everywhere. So like,
Yeah.
What is it with people wanting to put suspension on everything?
Because people want shit to be comfortable.
But like, is it really comfortable?
Is-
Because
you
I
know-
think part of the
No,
trouble.
it's just a fad, honestly.
Yeah.
If you
But-
want it to be comfortable, you just get like thicker
So,
tires.
so the thing is too, right? I
Pump up
see,
seat.
I see suspension like on a road bike especially. You want
Yeah.
it to be as stiff as possible with a little bit of flex, right? I think about it as the human body,
Yeah.
where if you like a punch, for example,
Sure.
Yeah, you want to be able to.
you want to
absorb it.
have a strong kinetic chain from your feet all the way up to your fist. If you have the slightest bit of flex anywhere in between, especially in your core,
Yeah, you're losing.
you lose out on that kinetic force. Now, if you have suspension on a road bike and you're trying to gain as much speed as possible,
Oh, you're losing, for sure.
right? Is there an advantage on having suspension on road bikes
I think one of
with that thought in mind?
the first thing that would trip me up right away with the suspension on the road bike is to get the proper fit for road cycling
Mm-hmm.
and taking that suspension into account. Because I think that calculation gets so much harder
Yeah.
because you have more moving parts involved in that calculation.
Mm.
So you almost have to like overset your seat to then get the proper seated position and then
Yeah.
get the proper pedal
'Cause-
position.
okay, I think that's for the dropper post, but I'm talking about like actual
The
suspension
on the bike.
on the bike. Because
So that
one of
can
the
depend
When
one
you're
of
on
the
a
suspension
trends-
is.
when you're on a road bike, you're more concerned. You're more. You're looking out more for vibration as opposed to big bumps.
so
Right.
does that
It-
mean
Mhm.
that suspension, is that for the vibration or is it for the bumps kind of thing? You know what I mean? Because in my head, when I'm
Mhm.
thinking suspension, I'm thinking mountain bike suspension.
Okay, so there's obviously different versions. So if you're not talking about like fork suspension a la mountain bike
Yeah.
or whatever newfangled gravel, I think Specialized has the suspension right at the stem.
That's the kind of
Mhm.
stuff that I saw.
I've seen the ones that have
And I was
like
looking
a
for the
fixed,
suspension.
like a fixed post, but has a little spring under the seat that acts
Okay.
like a suspension as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then there's the chain, the seat stay. So the bar coming from the seat post to
Yeah.
the derailleur.
Yeah, that is also.
They'll have
A little bit of-
like 20 to 30 mil suspension like in that as well.
Okay.
Again,
Mhm.
these are all gravel bikes, but like on a road bike, I think the only thing that I've
Would
seen
be
is
on
the
the
stem.
I have seen that sold before too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
That-
or like the flexi what do you call that? Seat post.
Mhm. But it is a good question of like if you have suspension, as in you have some other force dampening,
Yeah.
then what does that do to your output?
Power output.
Oh,
Because
it's gonna-
you're
it's gonna
losing
get
some of
affected.
that
Yeah.
to that suspension,
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure.
right?
again, that kinetic energy, right?
Right.
There has to be a transfer of force. If there's something in the way that's loose,
Yeah.
there's no.
Because what I'm thinking of is those times when I had a hybrid, and the hybrid had the front forks,
Ah, yes.
and times you'd hit a pothole, and then you're like, life flashes before your eyes.
So the suspension that you're talking about versus the suspension that you might see on a gravel/road bike is unique because it's tailored to certain, let's call it frequencies.
Yeah.
Big shocks versus small shocks.
Right.
And it's usually meant for the smaller, to help smoothen out those smaller vibrations.
Yeah.
But then what does it do when
For power transfer?
Well, when you hit the bigger bump?
Oh, you're gonna bottom out. Every
Bottoming
time.
out.
Yeah.
And what does that do to the mechanical function as a whole?
I mean, if you have the suspension there, it's supposed to be able to handle some sort of full lock. Some mountain bikes, you can actually turn the front fork off,
Good.
so it's fully rigid.
Yeah.
But yeah, like most of that suspension, you can only tune to like a degree.
Yeah.
Like even with the Future Shock, there's like a dial that you can fully lock it out, or so much. But I don't know. I think for the type of riding that we do in the city, I think if you're not riding a full-on gravel bike, you're gonna feel every bump on the road.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
And it all depends on your tires too.
Speaking of tires,
type of tires and the...
I just felt the difference between my
Tubeless?
25 and 23.
Really?
Ooh, 2 millimeters.
Really? You saw the difference? What's the difference?
Bro, 23s feel
With the same
so
air
sharp.
pressure?
Yeah, same air pressure.
Yeah, for sure.
So tight. Like
2 millimeters, you can feel that difference.
yeah, dude.
Shit.
Yeah.
That little bit less contact was just...
Yeah.
Wow.
Like it felt sharper. Like every little, like, on the spit.
Oh yeah.
Like all those bumps,
those
I was
cracks.
feeling. I'm feeling all of them.
Oh, for
With
sure.
my 25s,
For
Yeah.
sure.
I feel them, but not as much.
For sure.
With the same air pressure.
Huh. That's interesting.
Wait
Yeah.
till they jump up to a 32.
Oh,
The 32.
floating on those things, bro. What bumps?
Yeah.
You're looking for bumps. Like this guy.
Yeah.
When he's on his 32s or
Yeah.
42s or whatever, he's looking
He's
for
like
bumps.
42s or whatever.
Curbs? What's a curb?
Pothole, what pothole?
He's looking for potholes.
Oh, God.
Jesus, man. They're like
So I think what I'm
mini
going to
jumps.
do...
That's interesting. That's
Is get
interesting. That
28s.
small difference is like...
I ride
Nice.
25 in the front and 28 in the back.
Okay.
I did that.
I thought about doing that, but not in the same mindset as comfort. I thought about it as like, this is going to sound really stupid. I'm going to come off
Not at all.
really dumb.
Not at all.
But I thought about it like an arrow.
Okay. I see.
Like
No,
no, yeah.
narrow at the
Yes,
front
yes.
and then wider at the
No,
back.
That is the part of the premise too.
There's
And then
logic
like
there.
for speed
Yeah,
kind of thing?
absolutely.
Yeah, there's
I
logic
did
there,
it,
man.
personally,
Okay.
I did it for comfort,
Okay.
right? But I can
It
see
does
that.
both actually.
Okay.
sure.
But with a bigger tire in the back, you have more surface area on the ground, right?
Yeah.
Which
Grip.
which is better for gripping, for
Yeah.
pedaling when you pedal out hard.
Okay.
Um,
I was thinking like aerodynamics kind
No,
of thing.
yeah, where
That
you're
totally-
kind of like.
totally.
Can you actually
Totally.
like? I wonder if they did a study like a wind tunnel test on that.
I'm sure they did.
Like you know what I mean? Like
I don't
a
know if-
narrower wheel at the front as opposed to the back. I want to know if there's
A lot
like
of climbing bikes do that.
Mhm.
really.
Yeah, because the skinnier tire in front will be
Yeah.
less weight.
Let's wait in the front where you don't
True.
really need it.
You don't really need it, right?
True.
But to go along with the whole aero mentality, it's actually even comfortable because you can put like lower pressure in a bigger
Yeah.
wheel,
Yes.
and it feels more cushiony.
Yes.
And I
Then
do,
where you don't
I
use
do
the
that as
same-
well. I put like 90 in the front and like
Yeah.
80 in the back.
So on the mountain, I also go lighter in the front.
Yeah.
Or in the back, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Like,
it
I got
does
less pressure in
accomplish
the back.
both at the same time, bro. Woo!
Because when I went even,
yeah.
I
You
really
can feel
felt
it.
that
Yeah,
difference. I
you can
felt.
feel it.
Okay.
So I go lighter in the back for sure.
So I think that I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna mess around with like different tire sizes and just like play around.
I would honestly, with the way you have it set up, I would try first different air pressures.
Air pressure does
Okay.
matter.
Because when you figure that out, when you change the tire, it's like,
But you got to keep in mind too, like the air pressure matters with your weight as well,
of course,
Mhm.
of
right?
course.
So like my tire pressure has to match my weight, kind of thing.
You could go a little bit looser depending on the condition of the weather, or like the outside conditions.
Yeah.
True.
I
Okay.
mean, a lot of my
raining.
winter riding was definitely really low pressure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because in my mind, it's like more surface area on the possibly icy ground.
True.
Helped a lot with control. And then when I pumped it up it really did change things. Like I was able to control it less.
Yes.
That frozen rubber was just on the frozen ice ground, and they're going all over the place. So when you have that flex, it helped.
Like
Okay.
if you're using the listed pressure on the tire, that's like absolutely perfect conditions, which
Okay.
we never ride in.
Which is like 15 degrees, no wind.
No wind,
no
completely,
water,
yeah.
like no.
Yeah, if you're basically in a velodrome,
Yeah.
those are the numbers that you want to use. But
Okay.
if the conditions get wet, cold,
It has to vary, kind of thing.
you can change it so that you can ride more comfortably without having to change the friggin' rubber.
Okay.
So, yeah, once you figure that out, bro, you're gonna, yeah, you're gonna be flying, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll be a lot more comfortable. I'll tell you that.
And you'll find more
Yeah.
comfort in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cause like I'm like feeling fucking everything, bro. Like my gooch was like telling me to relax a
Honestly, if you
little bit.
change the seat to something more comfortable, that might also.
That too.
I mean, we're not racing at the moment.
No. See, like
Not
the
racing till
fabric
later in the
saddle
season.
that I have on Langston, way thinner than the Specialized one. Like way thinner. And for some reason, it felt a little bit more comfortable. So I guess I'm still trying to understand how bike seats can be comfortable when they're thinner.
So
You know?
I don't have an answer to that, but I will say this: if you get your seat measured, your butt measured, then you can at least find something that's more appropriate, whatever
True.
shape that is.
Okay.
And depending on how you ride, like if you're sitting upright or you're on the drops or if you're in a friggin' TT position,
Yeah.
that's also gonna affect the type of
You're exactly
the type of saddle
And
for
that's
that
kinda
particular type
where-
of riding.
Going back to the bad habit thing where I said I don't stand enough. I'm not giving my ass a break enough during my long rides. It's always
True.
compressed on my seat.
Mm.
So if you
It's
stand,
not your ass, it's your lower back.
Well, that too. It's
Yeah.
all connected,
Yeah.
right? It all starts
Your
at your
hips,
ass,
yeah.
right?
Okay.
So if you get up, you get that pressure off. You know, you get that compression off of
Yeah.
there.
Mm.
You know, you kind of mold your ass back to.
I'm just gonna bring my bandana around me and just whoosh every time I see you.
stand, bitch.
Stand! Don't forget to stand, man.
Just get a mini whip.
Nah, man. That's some S&M shit. But
Okay.
I mean, like I want to go bring this back to training,
Yeah.
right? Like, if you're gonna train for a crit race or for an endurance ride, you're gonna want to sit or ride in the position that you're gonna predominantly be sitting on during that,
Yeah.
that function.
Yeah.
So,
Races are not meant to be comfortable, man.
No, of course.
and then there's that.
Of course. Any competition is not meant to be comfortable.
No,
you know what I
right.
mean? It's like, I get that
Especially a position that you're not in every day. Like you're
Yeah.
not unless you plan on training and have a consistent training program.
part. Yeah.
You know, it's not going to be comfortable, especially on race day,
Yeah.
right?
No,
But
that's for sure
The best
true.
thing you can do is to get used to it during your training program,
That's true.
right?
So, have you had any training runs with your new head unit?
No.
Yeah, that's.
No.
So
I've
you can.
done like 5 kilometers.
Okay.
Like maybe 10 total.
So you can change what you see on the screen, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So some people will choose.
What a boy. What a
Wow.
guy.
Will choose.
What a guy.
I was like, oh, shit, bro. Well,
Yeah,
like,
thanks, man.
hey man, just spread the love.
All right, boy.
No.
No.
There you go.
There
And
you
he
go.
laughed it off too.
What a guy.
What a guy.
Okay. Anyway. Yeah.
But like, seeing what you want so that you're only focusing on what you want to focus on or what you're training for. So like, if you're going up a climb, you would change the screen so that you'd only see
the
your
climb.
cadence,
Yeah,
for
okay,
example,
the
or the gradient.
yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Have you gone through some of those yet?
No.
Woo! Nice.
Like I have seen some like the gradient, the elevation, and like
Yep.
the cadence and stuff.
Yep.
Every now and then it trips me out. I'm like looking at the cadence and just thinking, what cadence should I be in, kind of thing. And then it's also in my head. I'm like, man, fuck it. I'm just going to work. You know what I mean?
He's not even trained. It's not even a training day.
No, it's not.
Commuting.
I'm just
Commuting is
looking,
like what's with cadence.
He's gonna turn his commutes into training in no time.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Well,
that's the thing.
That's what's gonna happen.
It's gonna be like that.
Yeah.
And my work is only 7 kilometers.
So
Right?
the other thing too that you might want to incorporate is that having, you create benchmarks for yourself, right?
Yeah.
So you find a route and you stick with that route for at least 4 or 5 times, so you have something to compare it to.
Dude, I take the same route every day to work.
Well,
There you go.
that's gonna be a big
Yeah.
help, because then now you can compare your first ride to your 5th ride to your 3rd ride.
Yeah, and how you feel.
And how you
You'll pick up on how you feel.
and how to corner next time when you take this, when you get to the certain
Yeah.
right turn or left turn and stuff like that. That's
Cornering scares the shit out of me.
In the winter, you mean?
Anytime. Like when we rode the corridor, Finch corridor,
Oh,
and we were
that.
riding down the switchback.
Yeah.
I'm like, how are you guys turning so quick?
Yeah.
when you're going down it.
Bro, I was like slowing down
Yeah, man, you're
to go
clipping
down
it?
that, bro.
Yeah.
He knows. I'm like,
You're
I'm like
clipping
going-
it,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's crazy, man.
Yeah, him and Mike.
Yeah.
Him and Mike.
Well,
Imagine
I-
Mike with his bike going.
Oh, I
down
love
that
those.
shit.
I love those because I remember the first time I did that last season. I had my chest on the seat, man. I was fucking ready.
Damn,
I
bro.
fucking slide right.
Bro,
man.
it scares the
no,
shit
that's
out of
not
me.
me.
And then you get to the bottom, and there's like an
I don't
Asian
know
lady
how
on
you
the
fucking do
bridge.
Yeah.
It scares the shit out of me doing like
Yeah.
cornering like that.
My brakes will
Time.
melt.
let's
Yeah, yo.
Yep.
go. Let's do
Like,
this.
I go fast and then oh shit, turn, slow down,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
like go and ease into the turn kind of thing.
Mhm.
I like going on a straight downhill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I won't touch the brake at all. But when you gotta start doing this, I guess it's
Yeah.
because of my accent.
Yeah, because when you turn, you do have to touch the brake for sure. But then, as you're going into that turn, you've gotta hit that like almost perfectly.
We're not talking about racecraft down a downhill slope.
Like we're not Tokyo drifting, but I'm
There
still
is
kind of
a racing line down that.
There
down
is.
That,
There is.
Yeah,
switchback,
there is a racing line for sure.
for sure.
scary, man. So
Not
I think
for everybody.
Scary.
I think for even like regular turn, like even like cornering regular, like you know what I mean?
Mm.
Like that shit still. I'm like I gotta slow down and then turn kind of thing.
So being clipped in changed how I turn. It definitely changed how I
How?
turn because I know that before I used to like reposition on the seat and like even something like that,
Shift,
Yeah.
okay.
right? And I shift over, and then being clipped in had kept me on the seat on the bike all together,
Planted.
leaning into it. And that was an adjustment to get used to that,
That's scary, bro.
right?
Sometimes I clip
I feel like
right.
that would be my
Sometimes
downfall.
you even clip out to do that.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be my
I
downfall
think
in
that
a
just
race.
means
In a race,
that
yep.
you need to
Practice.
get more comfortable with that
Yeah.
feeling. Yeah.
Like,
And
where
then-
can I go to practice that where I'm not gonna look like an asshole or an idiot?
Where there's grass.
Like,
No, but you can't get the speed.
Well, but then, because you also have to kind of be a bit comfortable with what happens when it doesn't go well.
mhm.
Because I have turned, riding melee and lost it
How fast?
pretty
Would you
fast.
How,
30.
Holy shit.
Okay.
30. And it was actually...
on a turn?
On a turn.
Jesus
What
Christ.
the? Where are you going? 30?
Hey, man, I was living life.
What
YOLO.
else to be
It's not,
bro?
it's not a 90-degree turn on the street. What kind of turn are we talking about?
Then I was turning from a street onto a bike path. And so I already had, unpredictable
That
ground
sounds kind of
conditions.
sharp still.
That's a sharp
And
turn.
that's a
That's a
change of,
90-degree turn.
And
Change.
potentially
Yeah.
a change of gradient and
Right.
surface
It was
type.
going down,
Yeah.
not Driftwood, Eddystone, and then you're going into the park, which goes into the valley, and it's a sharp turn into another steep hill. So I was trying to not touch brakes on that,
That's crazy.
and so when I got the first hill, and then I hit the curb to go into the park, and I was fine there, but then I saw somebody walking up the path,
Ah, it's
and so I had to change my angle
Yeah,
just
no.
slightly.
Dog, don't keep
Pedestrians,
this you
man.
off, bro.
pedestrians. I'm sorry, man.
Pedestrians.
And then the
Piss
back
me
wheel
off.
just went, right? So I think after that is, for some strange reason, made me more comfortable because I knew now that, okay, if I've committed to the racing line, that's my racing line. And that's it. So the mistake I made was changing my racing line
Getting off the
mid-turn.
race. Yeah.
Mm.
So
See,
for that
I'd
reason, I
rather
can
a
still stay
collision
comfortable with that.
than a fall.
Oh, okay.
I mean, the same thing?
Going back to like racing that we were talking about earlier before we started the podcast. Like we were talking about the pockets, right? If you don't want a half wheel or whatever, what were you saying?
Yes.
Like, you don't want a half
Yeah.
wheel?
So
Okay.
if someone's ahead of you in a turn,
Mhm.
in a tight turn,
Mhm.
and you are a half wheel behind the person, you have to give them the right of way.
Yeah, because they have the racing line.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because in my head,
Fuck
this is a fucking this is a race.
That's a gap.
He's like, I see
Yeah.
a
No.
fucking
That's a gap.
Yeah. Well, I mean, bro, like
No, but
this is a race.
Yeah.
This is a tactic.
This is a
It's between
No,
me
man.
versus you in a race.
But you can't. Okay, because
Like I will win.
so you've been trying to
Whether
pass
or
people on the turn.
Fuck yeah.
while he's on the inside.
On the inside of the turn.
While he's on the inside.
No, well, probably not while I'm on the inside, but I'm definitely trying to pass you on the turn.
Good.
Okay,
Yeah.
just to bring it back. So the downhill that I frequent the most is the Bayview descent.
Oh, that's a
From-
fun one. That's a fun one.
I
Nice smooth turns. You got a
mean,
nice
it's pretty
wide
gradual,
berth on the side. It's-
but there are people that will say like don't pedal down
why not?
because it's a waste of energy.
That's I go by that. I don't pedal on downhills.
I'd
No,
pedal
I
on
do.
that one.
Yeah.
I pedal down downhills.
Yeah, it's I
Like
think
you're
it's-
all the way up,
all the way up.
All the
and
all
then
the way up.
fucking
big ring power.
Well, I don't pedal the whole time, but
No,
like
of course
just to
not.
get a little bit more like
I pedal
Right?
at least
Yeah,
halfway
yeah.
down.
At the beginning, you mean?
yeah,
Yeah,
at the
no,
beginning
I
of it,
Pedal, I go
Pedal
until
into it.
halfway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right, and then pedal pedal
So
a bit
like
down.
before Pottery Road hits, I'm in full tuck.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
But just before that, I'm
yeah. Because then you have to make that choice when you get to Pottery and you have that light.
yes. No, I'm blowing that light. I'm on the sidewalk.
God, what light?
You know I'm psycho, man.
What light?
Jay knows this. Like like
What light?
What
Come on,
light,
man.
bro?
No.
Like
I'll admit. because
unless
I-
there's a pedestrian waiting
what
at the stoplight.
pedestrian, dog?
we riding.
He's an R road.
Yeah, yeah. They're not going to hear my bell from like.
Yeah, where could you possibly be walking at that part?
Boom. Oh god.
They're just gonna feel my speed, whatever, bro.
If they can hear the bell, it's too late.
Yeah, seriously, seriously.
Gotta yell from the top of the hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anywho, so that's the only one. That's the only descent that I can think of that is long enough or sustainable enough that I can
Comfortably go now.
comfortably go down.
Yeah, I mean, okay, there's one at, well, coming from where I'm from, when you're going down, like, either Bathurst or Dufferin,
Bathurst.
approaching DuPont.
I was thinking more north.
So once you pass St. Clair,
Oh.
and then you pass St. Clair, you go 2 streets south of on Bathurst or
Oh
Dufferin.
yeah, that's a fucking.
And then you go down that hill because as
There's
you're
just too many
timing it,
lights, man.
exactly, at the top of it, you got to see if you're looking at a red, that it's going to
Go
turn
time.
green,
Yeah, it's go time.
Then you're good.
then you're good. But if you're looking at a green,
Oh.
And you know it's
That's
gonna.
tricky.
now you're gambling.
That is sketchy
Yeah.
at best.
Now you're topping the bricks. You're
Exactly.
like, please, please,
Right.
please.
Or you treat it like a yellow and just go fast.
That's like,
Go fast.
You hammer it, man. You
I can
hammer
beat.
it.
I can beat it.
on a bike.
Oh no.
Highest gear.
No, man.
Fucking go.
On a bike.
There's no red light camera.
Draft the car.
What lights?
Unless you're doing
That's right.
42 on a fixed gear, bro.
Draft the
YOLO.
car.
YOLO.
Jeez.
Draft the car, man.
Yeah, because Dufferin is pretty fun from when you're coming from north because it is a little bit of a roller coaster for a bit,
Yeah.
and then you do get that fun hill straight down. You pass Galleria Ball. You can coast
Dude,
to damn near
this
Bloor on
brings
that.
it back to like the most epic hill that we've ever ridden.
Hey,
Without
nothing
anything?
touches that.
Hamilton?
No,
No, Burlington.
Burlington.
But partially because of the ride that we went through to
Where?
get there. It's like
so
This was when we went to
Yeah.
golf. Like one of our very
Ah,
first
gonna say.
nomads ride, like our second
Ah.
nomads ride.
that was just
Dude, yeah, we
Oh.
went through so much shit.
that day.
Like literally just so much shit. Like unexpected hills, just like everywhere.
So this was before you guys knew how to plan rides?
Yes.
That was our first.
yeah.
the first
I was like,
planned
our first ride, we're gonna go to Guelph.
The first
Damn!
planned ride.
That is.
Yeah.
And then
That's growing pains, man.
I guess we've mentioned this before, but like the little sharp hills, I was like, those are minor. Those are nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, right.
What actually got me really excited was like all these, and then this,
Ooh.
and then it was just like
Because this was in the way that we drew the ride up.
20% gradient.
20% gradient straight down. You had like
Yeah.
2 lights.
Yeah, and we made all of them.
We got greens, yeah. So
We made
Oh,
all
wow.
of them.
cool.
Damn,
and we needed it. We
Yeah,
needed
dude.
that.
That's fun, man.
It was the
Because that
most
was a tough day.
yeah
It was hot. It was
Yeah.
just
dog, and then
It was a
like
mess.
you're going up, and all you see is blue.
Yeah.
All you see is the lake.
Yep.
Nice.
And
And,
then
then
like,
you, and then just like up, and then big warning sign, 20% gradient.
Yep.
And
It's
there's
like
a
a roller coaster
let's
now,
fucking
man.
go,
It's like, let's go,
yo.
right?
Yeah.
That was the most fun I
Yeah.
had on that bike.
Yeah, that
On,
was just
Langston. That shit was so much fun.
that
bro.
was definitely needed.
so good. We got to do that right again.
please take me there.
We could, yeah. We could.
You
Say
want
it
to
now.
last
We're
do,
right
words.
up
you
there.
want to do the whole, the whole from Guelph Lake?
I mean, I don't know if we need that Guelph Lake part.
I mean, we probably don't need that.
Maybe not
part.
from Guelph Lake, but from Guelph.
Yeah, from Guelph to Guelph Lake and back, I don't know if we need that part. I
No.
didn't like that too much.
No, I didn't
So
like
you
that
guys
at all.
didn't do. You guys went to Guelph, but you didn't do Kitchener, Waterloo.
We didn't.
No, because we took the bus to Guelph,
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
and then separate buses, and then
Yeah.
from Guelph we went to Guelph Lake because Guelph Lake was the goal,
Right, right.
and then to ride back from Guelph Lake.
So Tri City should be a 2023.
Tri City could happen.
I don't think that's a 2022 thing though.
No, I think we have enough going on in 2022. We're talking about
Yeah,
London,
we
we're
have a
doing
We haven't
camping.
even started yet.
right?
We already planned June 5th.
Yeah, we have
Jeez.
a few things going on.
June
So.
5th is a 75.
Yes. Need
The,
to get
for
up
some
there.
reason, this guy
Yeah.
wants to lap twice.
I know, he's not even signed up yet either.
I know.
Who said this?
This kid right
This
here.
guy.
You missed it. Listen, man. How often do we
First
get
of
to
all,
ride the
sign
DVD?
up.
Sign up
First
and
things
raise
first.
money.
Sign up.
Raise money.
You know what I'm saying? Let me-
Sign up first.
Ramping up, man. Ramping up.
Like,
You want to do it twice?
I mean,
Okay.
He wants to do 150 in a day.
You know
that's
what?
impossible for us.
It's not impossible. It's just
I will
it's
say.
not the ride.
I will say. This is not fair.
It's not it.
Is that
a
what we
different
signed
ride.
up for? We signed up for 75.
You gotta raise money twice. No.
oh my god.
So the reason why I would be like half interested in doing a double
Yes.
is because of how
The highway?
social that event is gonna be.
Oh, that's gonna be packed.
All of the the riders
Yeah.
all gonna be there that day.
And you guys know I'm bringing this fucking camera with me.
Oh,
Yep.
bro.
There's gonna be so much like
We
just
probably won't have time to
riding
do
people.
to do 2 loops unless we're let's focus on doing 2 loops. I get it. I
Yeah.
understand. It's gonna be more.
I'm down for one comfortable social loop.
One comfortable social loop, and then what if we finish at like RC Harris?
Something like this.
Well, technically,
We'll finish the
speaking,
ride and then go back
I
to
think-
RC Harris.
Well,
Finish the ride, and
listen,
then
I just
yeah.
feel bad for Paul because if
He
you
has to go
start
At home.
at
That's a 200
is it,
kilometer day.
is it
Okay.
exhibition?
exhibition.
Yeah.
It's exhibition,
Yeah.
right?
Okay, so then why don't we go to Humber and then bring a few beers down to the thing,
On the route?
or like have Joe bring
We
some
just
beers.
leave the
over.
beers at the beer store. You know what I'm saying? Leave the beers chilling, okay? Do our ride.
That's what I meant, dude.
You know what I'm
like,
saying? Work
You can
our
collect
way
the beers
there.
later. Yeah.
that's what I mean, bro. Like,
You know they're gonna be fine, man.
have a cooler with a padlock. Like, no one's gonna take
We're
it.
just gonna put on panniers. Yo, what's in your panniers, man? Beer.
You
24 pack.
clink, 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 clink.
24 pack for 74.
You almost.
Hey.
There's something leaking out of your pannier,
Nothing,
buddy.
man. It's nothing.
Some
You
bubbling
almost,
fluid.
bro.
Oh my
Why
god.
don't we just all get bladders?
With beer.
The liquor
Why does it
bladder.
look like there's piss in your bladder? Man, don't focus on yours, okay?
It's recycling.
I'm raising money.
It's for dementia, alright? Fuck off.
I forget.
Why is your
I
water?
forget.
Why is your water black? It's Guinness, man.
Yeah, but I didn't have breakfast. Leave me alone.
You know, it's a meal in a bag. Come on. So let's
Yeah.
leave the beers at the beer store.
Yeah,
Yes,
well,
of
we can
course.
collect the beers after we're done.
After
for
we're
sure.
done.
But yeah, I like
And
the
then
idea
it-
of the social 75K.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're right, the 150 is going to be like a focused 150, like a not fun.
Okay. Come on, let's be real. When we see the guys blasting past us, what are you gonna do about it?
Go fucking
Nothing.
past them, bro.
He's going to hang out by
He's
your
gonna-
wheel.
Because
No,
DVP
I'm
is
gonna grab
be
my knife
disaster.
and aim for the fork.
Listen, man. I'm gonna find.
Not today.
I
It's
was
for
like,
charity. It's for charity.
I'm gonna aim for their fork,
Ninja
bro.
stars. I was like,
Exactly. This is a charity ride.
Where are you going?
so we're all
None of
being
that was recording.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm recording
assaulting,
for 60 minutes.
assaulting other riders.
None of that was
You just
recording.
got banned. I didn't
It's
sign up
recording
for
now.
it.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
This is a
Yeah.
charity. Just assaulting people.
Have you ever been down there?
Major crash on the DVP, but with no cars.
Cyclist.
Cars.
With no cars.
Oh my
The day the DVP's closed, large 24 bike
Crazy.
crash.
Jesus Christ. Dude, how many people do you think are going to be on in that ride?
Well, see, I remember, the good old days, it was fucking hundreds.
When was the last ride up there?
I did 2018.
I think the
Oh my
website shows how
God,
many
really?
people signed up.
Really?
Yeah, I did 2018.
Yo, can you pull that up? How many people are going to be on that ride?
How many people would you say?
Oh, hundreds.
I've
was it
never
called again?
ridden on
Pikes?
the DVP.
Damn,
But
It's a cool experience. But there was a couple years in a row where the weather was really shit.
I'm getting so hard for this right now.
Excuse me?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
He said exactly what you think he said.
What?
Something a little hard.
Raging right now.
What's it called? What's the ride called?
Ride for brain health.
Ride for brain health.
Bike for brain health. Bike for
Bike.
brain health.
He's still not over that. He's
So
like,
this is not the first time you've been on this?
No.
no. That's why.
Is it sick? Yo,
I could
yo,
have
jealous as
sworn it
fuck.
said first ever or first annual.
for
No.
them.
shit.
Because
For
it
them.
used to be the Ride for Heart.
Okay.
Oh.
So I did it as the Ride for Heart for like a bunch of years in a row.
Oh,
Okay, so you've never done the ride bike
For brain cancer.
Okay.
I haven't done
No,
the
it's
brain
for
cancer.
dementia. It's dementia.
burn.
Yeah, I haven't.
Yo, actually, how hilly is it?
It's pretty rough on the DVP, man.
Yeah.
It is not what you think. It is not what you think. Because
Is
in
there
a
like
car, the DVP
any
is all right.
downhill part that's
It's
enjoyable?
going south.
Well, so going north.
Yeah, I guess.
Well,
How
going
far
north, you have a hill from like Eglinton to York Mills. Pretty consistent uphill.
Hello from
So then coming back down
Gardner
that,
to Bloor even is a hill.
that's a steady hill too.
That's like a false flat.
Yeah, and then you have the up and down when you're going around that
What's
bend.
the gradient in distance though, in length?
I mean, it's pretty. The
Is it
75
like
is
a
pretty serious.
5%? Is it like a
You get up to
5%? 10%?
Yeah.
But it's a long.
A
Long.
long
It's a long
10%?
grind.
Long.
It's a long grind for sure.
You don't
so
have
should
any.
we do 25 kilometers instead?
Can we do 25
Dude.
twice?
I remember the first time I did the 50, I was like almost dead. The
Yeah,
first
but
time I did the
now
50.
you have experience.
I know that now I feel comfortable to do 75,
Now I'm getting worried.
but it is not an easy 75.
No.
The highway is doing all kinds of this.
Is it
Yes.
Taunton?
I think it's comparable because it creeps up on you.
Yeah, the false. I think it's like a false flat.
It creeps up on you.
It doesn't
Okay.
show the total amount of riders.
So you're like,
And so, how do we get? Can we commute the DVP or no?
I don't think you can.
I don't think you can, right?
let's try
'Cause you
it.
can't ride on it.
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta force that maybe.
Right, you have to
Force the
force it
blue
through.
dot?
Yeah, and every point. Yeah.
Let's try it.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Let's try and see
But
what
it
happens.
is a tough ride, and like you will be surprised, and that's why they have bailouts.
Oh yeah.
So if you don't make it, you can bail out at any of the highway exits.
Nice.
Yeah, but you don't want to be that guy.
You don't want to be that guy.
I mean, there's gonna be a ton of people bailing out, but
There's gonna be, but you
is
don't
it all
want to be.
cyclists this time? Before it was use everything.
Cyclists, runners, and
Yeah.
stuff.
Is this?
It looked like this
Oh
one
god,
was
I
all
hope there's
cyclists.
no fucking pedestrians.
Amazing. Get
uh,
your own
God!
event. Get your own event.
Those fucking people get in the way.
Those fucking runners.
Amazing.
like I didn't read if it's cyclists only.
Well, it said well.
It says it's bike for brain health. It's not walk.
Right?
But the Ride for Heart had people
Am I
running.
wrong?
Exactly.
Yeah, the Ride for Heart had people
The
running.
ride for hard had. But
It
people
better
gotta
be on the
take-
fucking
You gonna
shoulder.
let people go fucking bring their scooters, bro?
You just see e-bikes on there. Shit.
They are.
Oh,
they
there's
are
gonna
probably
be
allowing
e-bikes
e-bikes.
out
There's
there.
gonna be
There's
e-bikes on
For
there.
sure, there's gonna be some e-bikes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a fucking butter knife.
Butter knife.
Bro, he's gonna pop the battery.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
learn how to.
He's trying to get the cap on his beer.
I'm gonna learn how to make an EMP, bro. These guys. EMP.
Everyone's but
So far, it's raised 113,000. Well, 114,000
Oh, they're doing
There's
good.
1,000
with
people.
1,252 donors. It doesn't say how many riders though.
So it's at least likely. No, I can't even tell.
Divided by 140.
You can't even,
That's how many riders you got.
Yeah, can't even tell that really. Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Because you don't know if their supporters are
Right.
actually
Yeah.
riders. Yeah.
But this shows how many like crews, whatever a crew is.
Bro,
Right.
imagine
Yeah,
there's like
teams and stuff
Yeah,
like
the
that.
teams.
if there's 100 people,
That's still not a lot.
That's
that's
not
not
a
a
lot.
lot.
no,
It's gonna be-
it is hundreds. Like
Hundreds.
and the last one I remember was I'm certain it was in the thousands.
Oh shit.
Absolutely certain it was in the
I,
thousands.
and this is gonna be pre-COVID, post-COVID,
Well, exactly. People are excited to get back out and do this kind of thing. It's been 2 years off.
and then they're gonna instantly regret it.
Yes.
Hold on, there wasn't anything in 2019.
In 2019, they had one.
Oh,
They did.
It was shitty weather.
That's what happened.
Really, really tough weather.
Are we gonna do uniforms?
If we can have the money for uniforms.
Well, I
sure,
mean,
but-
we don't have to get uniforms per se. We can just
But
get
wear white
matching.
shirts.
like orange tops.
Fucking orange.
Just something that I already have.
Yeah.
Hawaiian shirts.
Right?
Hawaiian shirts.
Yo, Hawaiian shirts.
Yeah, we can do Hawaiians. I got a Hawaiian.
Oh my god.
I'm down for Hawaiian
Yeah,
shirts, bro.
I think
Like
you have
actual Hawaiian shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a
And
few
like
Hawaiians.
Hawaiian shorts.
Like the linen Hawaiian shirts.
No, I don't
so
got
it's
any
nice
of that.
and- Linen or
I have.
silk.
I
Or get
have.
the Walmart ones with the dragons.
Right.
Dragon shirts.
You know those ones?
Let the dragon loose.
Or with the fire. The fire.
Yeah.
Unless they have a friggin' double dragon shirt,
Ooh.
Nice.
none of that is
Ooh.
happening. None of that is happening.
Ooh, double dragon.
None of that
Easy.
is happening, man. I'm sorry.
Damn. So Hawaiian shirts?
Hawaiian double dragon shirt.
I'm down for the Hawaiian.
I'm down for Hawaiian shirts.
Well, like Hawaiian shirts with your kit
Like-
underneath,
No,
or just like
just the bibs.
Just a bib with a Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah.
You look like you're wearing underwear.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna have a bib, so I'm probably gonna have the Hawaiian shirt just open.
Nah. You're gonna have the shorts though.
Yeah,
You
the
have
shorts.
short-
on.
yeah, yeah.
I'll have
Yeah,
the
like
shorts and then the
cycling
Hawaiian
bottom.
shirt open. Likely
Yeah.
the wig. Probably the wig.
Can you wear that with a helmet on?
Not really.
Not
tried it.
really.
You tried it in that
I'm
video,
sure you
didn't
can.
It didn't work.
It didn't really
It
fit.
didn't really
no.
fit.
I mean, I'm sure.
Pretty sure
Okay,
you put it in a
listen.
cap.
Guys,
Your
listen.
hair almost swallowed that fucking helmet.
So, you guys know
So, no.
Sandra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sandra has a mane on her.
Yeah.
And
No,
she
but-
can have a helmet
But she
on.
braids it, doesn't she?
Not all of it up top.
Listen, man. It's just tied back.
And that's like
Yeah,
actual
that's
like
still, that
better
doesn't
hair.
take away from the volume up here. She has voluminous hair.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you can.
That's
you
better
can
hair.
still, What? Come on.
Because like the wig that I have, you know, it ain't
That's
It's Jerry
different.
curls, yeah.
it ain't like quality, right?
It-
You know what I mean?
Let's not
It's
compare
not-
Sandra's hair to his wig. It's just not.
I'm just thinking about it in terms of like the volume of hair,
Just
not
volume.
the health of
Yeah.
the hair.
Right.
I can say my wig is not healthy.
Just shampoo it, put some, conditioner,
Yeah.
blow dry it a little bit.
I tried to
You know,
comb it.
straighten it.
I tried to comb it and it ripped a shitload out.
Oh
That's the
God.
last
God.
time a comb has seen that.
God no. God,
I am looking for an afro wig.
Oh damn.
Like a proper fro.
Actually, this is good. I wanted to do a skit with Paul
Yeah.
where I have a bowl cut wig.
Yes.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
And something to do with like riding, obviously.
Yep.
But like meeting up kind of thing,
Yeah.
But
Catch
Kindred
me on the
spirits
other
beating
side.
up. on
it's
the
just
street.
like two fucking characters, just like with his Jerry curls. I have
Yeah.
my bowl
Tell you,
cut.
man, on the graffiti ride, man.
right.
Anyways,
I won't be doing that in like downtown Toronto, with a bowl
yeah,
cut?
obviously.
but like
Well,
You'll
to
do
bring-
it at this bike for brain.
no, it's a skit. It's a skit as a skit, right?
Yeah.
I'd rather put it on the internet with millions of people watching it, millions of eyes, than in downtown Toronto.
Instead of in public with a few people who might see it.
yeah.
Where they can follow you home and kick the shit out of you.
Look at this nerd,
Jesus.
bowl cut.
Where'd
Oh,
you get your wig, bro? I want one.
My mom did it. It's not wig.
It's mine.
Really?
Beat you up for the wig and leave the bike.
That's a sick wig, bro.
The bike. Take his wig.
Are you done with that wig? Say, are you done with that wig?
That is not going to be compulsory team gear, okay? Just putting it out there.
Deal. Yeah.
Wear it to a crit.
So there's going to be a crit in early April.
I saw. I think I saw that one. Is it like it's not sanctioned, right? You need memberships or anything like that?
It's
Where?
just Hyde Park.
You don't need any sort of membership to anything.
Nope. You just got to have balls.
No.
I'm
OC
sorry.
membership.
You just have to have guts.
Hyde Park crit.
Fuck it. I have guts to race. I don't care if I win it. Like I know those guys at Hyde Park.
Oh, yeah.
Like where they're fucking time trialing and then going home to do whatever.
Jesus.
Time travel and
They're just time trialing in, like they're not like
Well, we should do some...
Depending
do
on
it.
which day I would go, I wouldn't race.
No, I think I would go to
I'm not
support-
race
I
ready.
race.
I will go there to support you for sure.
Yeah.
I might.
Yeah.
Cheer
We just
you
put
on, man.
Obi.
Cheer you
For
on.
sure, man.
See, that's not gonna be fun.
I'll hold that ball.
She's
and
literally
wait for
like...
you. Yeah.
I think it's like this
He's coming. He's coming.
Just have butter knives handy, all right?
Yeah.
Just hand you a bunch of sticks. Just willy-nilly everywhere.
You said it's like this weekend?
No, April,
April 3rd, I think?
something like that.
It's
Oh
next
wait,
weekend?
that's next weekend.
Yeah.
Oh shit,
Holy
no,
shit.
like, no,
I'm saying.
Yeah,
working.
that's same time. That's like
Yeah. That is like right around the
that's
corner.
around the corner. Yeah.
Yeah. It's, I think, Sunday night.
I've only ridden like 5 times.
This guy's like, I want to race.
I know.
Okay, let's go.
I thought
April
like
3rd,
late
man.
April.
Got you,
like,
man.
not
And
next
Mister,
week.
Mister, just get off the couch and
Yeah.
go for a $200 ride.
That's different than a race.
Already registered, man.
That's different than a race. All right?
Oh man.
But
Yeah,
essentially,
we get to get some racing action, you know.
Or like even just for the sake of like getting the face out there with
For
the
sure.
racing.
is it a
crowd.
midweek race or is it?
It
like
is
a
not a
weekend?
midweek.
How are you
It
gonna
is
take pictures at the same time?
It's a Hyde Park crit.
Yeah, he'll ride up ahead. What do you mean?
Just stop.
He's gonna ride up ahead.
I'll tell him to stop.
kind of question is that?
Yo, relax.
No, he's just gonna be riding.
No, here's the trick. I'll sign up. I'm not gonna race. I'm gonna be the photographer.
Hey.
So I'm gonna let them lap me.
That's it.
And I'm gonna be behind. I'm like, oh, good job, guys. Good job, guys.
I was there the whole time.
That's it.
Fuck that.
I never left. Still at the start line.
This guy's turning on the flash. Fucking people.
Then when I see a big enough crash, that's when I go.
Bang!
Yeah.
That's when I do my laps.
That's too funny, man.
But if it's a weekend, next weekend,
I
think I'm
it's on
working.
Sunday.
shit.
Next Sunday evening.
Yes.
I hope my boss doesn't see this because I might call him sick.
Pre-planned sickness.
You better not win.
Imagine.
He'll definitely find it.
Imagine.
No, go
never
there and
know,
take
man.
pictures.
I'd be
and
open
shit.
to like supporting
Yeah.
and then also kind of shake some hands.
Mhm.
Sure.
Hey man, we're gonna join this racing
There's
circuit.
gonna be a lot of familiar faces from our last riding season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because this goddamn community is so freaking small.
Just hand out cards. Hey, you
Nomad
want to join
cards.
Nomads? Nomads?
That says, you nomads?
You Nomads?
With the aggressive point.
You nomads?
No, the finger guns. You go to the finger guns.
That's only on Lakeshore, man.
Yeah.
Only on
Nomad wants
Lakeshore.
you.
Oh god. So where were we with the menu today?
I think we've covered
Training.
training.
Yeah.
We've covered quite a bit.
Yeah.
We've
We,
covered
we,
quite a
we
bit.
touched the prime subjects that I think we wanted to
Yeah,
touch and a few others.
yeah,
So
we
Oh
have.
man. Really hope that we get to see everyone come out on that ride. On the
What
5th.
ride? Oh,
Which
June 5th. June
Right?
5th. Yeah.
yeah, that's
I
gonna
think
be
it's
a good day. I'm
Are
taking
we
that as a social
expecting any
day.
more people to join this team that we're like? Have we heard from anyone else?
I have.
So
I have from Sam. I don't know if you guys know him.
yep.
From Sam. He
Same,
messaged.
same.
Yeah. He's like, I might join. My work. His work might do it. If they don't,
Yeah.
he's like, he'll
Nice.
join us.
Nice.
Yep. I had somebody from like through work that
Yes.
also wanted to join our team for at least the charity ride.
Nice.
But then also was talking about like Nomad's membership altogether. Right?
Losing a crit race.
Woo!
No. Actually, speaking of this ride, guys, can you donate? We'll link stuff down below.
Yeah, right?
Man,
Yeah.
donate to anyone,
Totally.
any one of
Support,
us,
man.
man. Any
Support
one of
us,
us. Well,
you
not
know?
him because he ain't registered.
Yeah. Support the three
the
of
nomads.
us.
Yeah.
The three of
Support
us.
the
Anybody
nomads.
that's
Until he
registered.
joins.
Yeah. Look for nomads if you want. You don't have to. If you don't want to, support us individually, just
Support
donate
the crew.
to the
Support the team even.
the team. The team.
Yeah.
We're gonna
No.
have to get some fitted for some Hawaiian shirts soon then.
I already got
Walmart,
mine.
bro.
Yeah, I got mine.
I'm gonna get silk.
And let that shit fly.
Silk, baby.
I don't even know if we're being for real right now.
We're
I am being
so
100% for real.
Are we?
100%.
Hawaiian
silk
shirt.
I need to
Hawaiian
know
shirt.
this.
And I'm gonna get some fake bling.
Oh my god.
See,
Jay,
no.
can I borrow a shirt?
I'm going that far.
Totally.
I am
I'm going
not
that
doing
far.
that.
I'm going that far.
I might actually get a new one just for this ride.
See?
Think
Hawaiian
about it. You're
shirts,
gonna get fake bling.
Yeah.
You're gonna be drops. That's
Screw
just
you
gonna be
guys.
dangling.
I'm
Correct.
gonna just borrow a barong.
Correct. For
Bro.
hey, but remember,
Start itching on the ride, bro. Oh, God.
I'm going party pace.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. I'm
Listen.
chilling for this day.
Listen, that whole
I'm
first
with you on that
climb
one, man. I'm
is-
with you
Right,
on that
I
one.
am
That
not-
whole first
Alright.
climb is party pace. Let's be frank.
There is no pushing on this ride for me.
There is
Alright,
no doubling back. All right, we're not doing 2 laps, bro. Okay,
You have no say until you sign up.
No say.
that's
You have
right.
no say
That's
until
right.
you sign
Well,
up.
he says 2 laps, but then you're also gonna get to and from where you start.
Yeah. Think about that.
That's where that falls apart, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it starts
Think
falling
about
I'm
that.
driving the car down.
Hey, is someone gonna map it out? Like, I know we don't need to, but
For what?
does it make sense to map it out on?
No.
We were just talking
or-
about it.
Nah.
Yeah, because you can't. It's a DVP.
And you're
You
gonna
can.
you should just
You
know
totally
that you're
can.
gonna hit some shit.
On the DVP?
Yeah.
I don't know if you can move the
Onto
Oh,
the
you're not
highway?
allowed
the
to.
tracker onto
Yeah.
the highway.
Oh,
Yeah.
right, that's what you're saying.
You can't get an accurate read. You can get close to,
Yeah.
but like
But it'll show when you're riding on it, though.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Of
Okay.
course it will. But we just can't plan the route, get the GPX, put it onto our head units. You haven't learned that yet.
I know how to do that.
Oh, with your other head unit?
No.
Or you're using Strava?
I know how to transfer GPX in. It's just a file.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you haven't used it yet on your...
No, I haven't downloaded it onto
that's going to be a
onto
trip. That's going to be a trip for sure.
that. Go to Garmin.
To use the map, you mean?
Because there's different maps, different views. It gets really complex.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, you can get it on,
Yeah.
but you
What
still have to
view kind of thing?
you still have to get commute on your head unit.
Got it.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then you uploaded anything yet?
Not yet.
Have fun.
Cool.
It's gonna be good.
Cool.
No, just use the app. No.
Yes, you can do that.
Yeah.
You can do
You
that.
can.
But what you do have to do on the head unit is download it
Yeah.
for offline use.
Yes.
Mm.
You
Yes.
can't just
Good point.
see it on there and be like, "Hey, I'm doing this route," but
Yeah.
then it's just gonna keep trying to look for because you need to download the route
Download it to the actual unit.
to the unit. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Good
I think
point.
I can do that.
Yeah, good
Don't
point.
forget to do that because that was my first mistake when I went out for a ride. Then I wasted like 20 minutes.
When you followed commute, when you're trying to follow commute,
No, trying to start the route
from
Wow.
from the commute.
from Komoot. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. No.
Like you can see your routes
yeah.
on Komoot,
Yeah.
Mhm.
but to actually start that route and
On the
and do it,
thing.
you actually need to go offline. You have to download that route
Gotcha.
onto the device, and then you can start the route.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I can do that.
Strava, on the other hand, if you have routes on Strava
Mm.
and you just call it up on that, you could start it right away. That's the That's the big one of
What
the
do you
bigger
mean? Just call it
differences.
up on that?
Because when you turn on your device on your head unit, you go under routes, which is
Okay.
really what's on Strava,
Oh.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then you can start using those right away. But
yeah.
because Komoot is a third party app,
Gotcha. Yeah.
you need to download the route
Yeah. Gotcha.
to be able to use it.
I see what you mean. Because I do have the commute on that.
Yeah. I
'Cause,
guess I should also say that if you're gonna use commute to do your route tracking,
Mm.
definitely want to stay on the path that you planned.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you diverge off the plan,
Yeah.
it drains battery trying to
Trying to
Route.
point you back.
point back to your route.
Oh, I got.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. That makes sense.
As long as you
Is
keep
that
up
why
what I
yours
found-
always dies?
Yes.
Well,
Because I never stick to
It's
my route.
contributing.
At the
It's
bottom
contributing.
it'll say off course,
Yeah.
we always joke about it and say, of course.
Of course.
Of course we're off course.
Duh.
But you can actually cancel that.
Oh.
Yeah.
If you just tap your screen, or,
Ours is in touchscreen.
sorry, if you just
All
tap
right.
your,
Jeez.
if you,
All right, Mr.
that
Fancy
flex.
Pants.
Priced me out there.
Look at that flex,
No,
eh? Look at
dude.
this guy.
if you acknowledge it, for fuck's sake. Then it
If you
goes
click
away.
okay,
and then
yeah,
it
we caught
just
that
is,
flex.
like satisfied.
Mr. 830.
Yeah, we caught that flex. That's fine.
You guys forgot about his watch?
Oh my lord, here we go.
He's
Go
got
on.
like the Garmin watch.
What?
How much tracking do you need, bro? Who's
Well,
tracking
so
you?
you know how
I use
you're-
this for running.
Well, everybody's tracking him. He got all this
Yeah,
stuff.
Yeah,
This
he's-
thing does a lot more. Well, the most part why I got this watch is because of after my surgery, right?
Mhm.
It's got like heart rate and all that stuff,
Gotcha.
steps,
Oh wow.
and it has like a ton of sports on it. A ton.
Yeah.
You could do swimming in it with it.
Shit.
I could connect an external heart rate monitor on top of the heart rate monitor that's already on it.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I could connect a cadence, speed.
Okay.
basically a
sensors.
head unit on a watch.
It's a head unit.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's a
and then you
wrist
could pair
unit.
that with a head unit.
It
Or
transfers. You can transfer it.
So
Right.
it doesn't really it
Wouldn't
doesn't-
pair, then it
you
transfers.
wouldn't pair to.
Do
another
you
head
use
unit.
both at the same time when you ride?
No.
Yeah, it would
You
make
wouldn't need
sense,
it.
right?
Doesn't that have a function if I'm running and then I'm going to go do cycling? I can transfer the ride from my watch to the head unit. I think it does
And
that.
carry on.
Yeah.
Why would you?
For triathletes.
Triathletes to train and
If I'm swimming, running, and riding in one session, I want I want that all together because
that's true.
I mean, it'd be pretty
I've
cool.
never
Yeah.
looked into it. That's a good
I'm
question.
pretty sure it does.
It's a pretty cool thing if it does.
Well, if everything is Garmin
Yeah.
in the Garmin ecosystem.
Fuck it, bro. Just inject something into me, man. Like,
Just a chip.
Listen,
Just
I
put a
thought I
chip
want
in
my
me,
cell
dog.
phone. Nah, man, I want my
Yeah.
my
Nah,
head unit
like-
in my brain.
like, you know what I mean?
I want to tap
Give me
my
what Elon
forehead.
Musk is doing with that shit Neuralink,
I want to see
man.
the
like,
heads-up display,
you know what I
No,
mean?
the first thing that I would add is
typing through screens.
I would add like cognitive music. I would add.
Up, down, down, left, right.
Start select.
I would definitely do music. Just all right.
Yes.
Play.
Yeah.
What's the fucking song?
Nope.
The other song.
Nope.
You're like, shuffle.
Shuffle.
Shake your head.
See that when you're riding a bike.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
Just shuffle.
Apple right now is like, shit. They already put it out
They're
there.
punching air right now. They're like, damn it, they're onto us. We gotta release this.
See it on the next
This is funny.
iPad.
Shit, they're onto us.
Oh my god, man. Dude, I'm just thinking about like the future of tech and how it would relate to like cycling and shit.
We already seen your new bike apparently has all the tech built in before you buy the bike.
What?
The Synapse
What about it?
has the head unit, the radar, lights.
Oh, that's already on the bike.
It's already on the bike.
And you're buying it as like a single unit.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's
And
all-
the cargo pockets.
Is it molded? No.
It's on the fork.
Yeah.
little button.
So is it all like molded into the bike?
No.
Or is it still separate pieces
It's
and you're
still
just buying it as a kit?
Yes, it is attached to
Oh,
the bike.
it's not
when you get
like
Yeah.
okay. It's
So it's
not
not
like,
molded in.
Yeah.
No,
like it's not like a headlight
it's not-
in the handlebars.
it. No, it is not.
No, because
Which
then
would
you'd
be
have to
awesome.
charge your bike.
That's the version 2, bro.
I think it'd be awesome.
actually, you wouldn't have to charge your bike. You can just pedal power. Until
mean,
they make that.
Okay, so here's the funny thing.
Small
It's not an
enough.
electric shifting bike, but it's got a battery inside the bike, like
For what?
for the lights.
So like a D battery or like
No, it's. I don't know. It's in the like. it's-
change it in the
it's-
frame?
It's in the down tube,
The
and
CR22s?
then you plug that in.
and that's what you plug the Varia system into.
Oh.
So that is like, but it's not an e-bike because it's not a powertrain.
That's literally a manual motorcycle.
Pretty
Well,
much.
there's no engine.
Well, yeah.
There's
you're
a battery,
the
and the battery
yeah.
only powers lights. It doesn't help you move.
Well,
but
yeah,
I feel
no,
like that's a
the
lot
next-
of work for your lights only.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's the lights and the radar.
Radar.
So
Varia.
Garmin Varia has a radar
Yeah.
system.
It beeps when there's something close behind you.
Yeah, up to like 150
swear this
meters
wasn't
behind
one of
you. It
I
warns you as
swear.
like a
It
car
is.
is
What?
approaching you. Yeah. What? Yo, welcome.
He wasn't here. He wasn't. I
Welcome to
don't think he was-
2022, dude.
Yeah.
Why do you need this? What
No, because people, don't pay attention to shit.
In case you change lanes.
is it? I don't know. I might be ignorant. I don't know. Is it that big of a problem of people getting hit like that?
I personally don't think so.
No, because you're not looking at it. It beeps when there's something close by.
No, what he's saying is the technology necessary?
Necessary? Are we
Because
here yet?
We're so impeded by riding that we can't tell that there's a car approaching us.
Oh, that too.
Right? Because I don't think
That's
I've ever
the argument that I made.
Yeah.
like on the country road. I'm aware.
Yeah.
I am not.
So it's for him. It's for him. If
I am aware up to 10 meters.
Wow.
I
Yes.
am not.
Yeah. Nope. Nada.
Up to 10 meters, I am aware.
Okay, so
Like-
maybe it
Any
is.
further, I have
Like
no
he's
idea.
got the stereo headphones
Yeah,
on.
so maybe there is a market. Maybe there is a market
Yeah.
because I know that I'm like extra cautious when I'm on, especially country roads, because
Yeah,
I don't
but-
trust people. Full stop. Right?
Full stop.
Does it track track people?
No, just vehicles.
Yeah, because it doesn't make sense for
Okay,
people
so
to
how
be
about
behind
this?
you.
How about this? One of the things I'm worried about on the country road:
Yes.
Cows.
bears,
Huh?
Oh
Bears?
God. No.
Bears.
There's no way.
like a
we'll
black bear.
We don't have a lot of black
You
bears
know
to be
what?
worried about.
Well, as long
See?
as it's behind you.
Yeah, as long as it's
It'll get
behind you, you're good. You're good, man.
But
Not
they-
that you can we outcycle a bear?
Yes.
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 Like
Yes.
full stride?
Not
Yes.
uphill though.
Oh fuck, bro.
Not on Taunton.
Oh hell no.
You turn
Not on
around.
Taunton.
Oh
You
hell
turn
no.
around.
On Taunton. Because that's a good
Oh, hell
okay.
no.
If you noticed a bear chasing you
So
on your
we just-
bicycle, is your natural inkling to like
To go faster. What else is there to do? Get off?
My natural would to see what the speed the bear's going at.
No,
and
no.
then try to match him?
No.
No,
To see if he's actually
If
trying
I
to
see
chase
a
me or if he's
bear,
just trying to
you
cross
go
the road.
faster.
Audi.
You go faster. You don't. Hey, how fast are you going?
You want to race, bro?
I'm not gonna
The guy gets on the
calculate.
bike.
Like, let's go.
I'm not gonna sit there and calculate at my pace.
I don't know. I
Is
don't
he
know.
gaining on me or not?
Yeah,
That's what I would be. That's what I'd
I'm
be
not
doing.
even gonna
I'd be
let
like,
it get there, dude. A
Tracy.
bear?
But but think about it. While you're pedaling, okay, you're pedaling and you're listening to Jay-Z. You're going, right, and then you see a bear kind of next to you in the brush.
Listen.
You just move over and let him pass.
Listen, if it's already next to you,
Oh, it's over. There's
You're
no
kind
way.
of-
here's where you do the trick. You brake and let it keep going.
Yeah. Let him
Like in the
trip a
movies.
little bit.
Like in movies,
Let him trip a little bit.
You brake, let
and
it
then
go.
turn around and ride the other way.
Exactly. And then you
It's
turn around.
flying jets, okay? Nah, man.
Like Top Gun.
Nah, bro.
No, because then it'll just throw a spoon at you.
Barefoot at that point.
Just throwing a butter knife at your wheel.
The bear. Like, take that.
Put it in your fork.
Fucking
I
suck.
told you it's my neighborhood. I told you it's my neighborhood.
You damn cyclist.
Don't you see the bear lane?
Oh my god.
Barely.
Oh my god, dude. That actually brings up a good question, though. What animal do you think you could outrun on a bike?
Like,
Not many, apparently.
It's not a good sized list because
No.
Can
nothing
you
that
outrun
flies.
a dog?
Nothing
Okay.
that flies.
Nope.
Butterfly.
Well, I mean, yeah, butter.
That's not an animal. Though.
But are you running from a butterfly?
Maybe they bite.
Just swarm of butterflies, dude.
They don't even know which direction they're going. Those stupid things.
Jesus.
But can you outrun a dog?
No.
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 Depends on the dog.
Maybe a
Like a
chihuahua.
wiener dog, yeah, you
Yeah.
can you can
I
probably.
mean, you can
But, like,
In
walk
like
a wiener
rolling?
dog.
Or from like a dead stop?
Hey, two different questions.
Let's say rolling and you go down a bad neighborhood and a dog is just out on the road.
No,
Oh, I'd
I'll
smoke the
accept-
dog.
they-
I'd smoke the dog.
If you saw it coming?
Yeah.
No, I think the dog.
Dogs
will
are
get
pretty
you.
quick.
Dogs get tired though.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah,
You
you
don't
would
get
have
tired?
to beat the dog.
Yeah.
You don't get tired?
Well,
Dogs get tired.
Just because you're training, right?
faster.
That's what
They don't
you're
have a
training
cadence meter. That's why.
I just gotta keep it above 80.
dog's like, fuck, I forgot my heart rate monitor.
Where's my Garmin?
Where's my
Pulls out a head unit.
He's gotta synchronize his car meter and shit.
Fuck.
Imagine that.
But yeah, dog. Like
What's
a
the top
Roddy.
speed of a dog?
Depend on the dog.
Depends on the dog heavily. Yeah.
Okay.
So no
So
one's
what's the
A
outrunning a
Weimar
greyhound.
Reimer you cannot outrun.
Hmm?
A Weimar Reimer.
Yeah.
Okay, how many
Or,
Weimar are around here?
Am I the only one that's
Dalmatian.
like, what the F is that?
So it's
Yeah,
a
the
cousin of
Weimos
a
are like
greyhound.
they have long,
Oh yeah,
straggly legs.
any greyhound
It's a
relative?
racehound dog.
Yeah.
Nah.
So
And they're more vicious than a greyhound.
Yeah,
Again,
but a
nah.
greyhound may chase you, but it's not gonna attack you though.
You don't know that.
It might race you though.
wait, but what are we talking
Exactly.
What are we talking about? Are we
But
talking
then-
about
but
the race
then-
or the attack?
We're talking about
No.
an attacking dog or a dog
An
that's just
attacking
trying to
dog.
catch you to play with you.
An attacking dog.
Yeah,
Because-
you'll outbike it for sure, man.
Like-
Like
Sure?
a Roddy, you'll outbike that. Yeah.
Well, if the dog decides to run alongside you in that way instead of like kind of just hitting you, right? Like,
Or,
Yeah, or, like, ram
running
into
right
you.
behind you in your draft so
Right.
they can
so it knows.
Slingshot
slingshot.
turns on its
turns
headlights.
lights. Oh man. Where do these fucking dogs get headlights
Oh god!
Fuck.
from? I'm just imagining some dog with
Passing you on the turn on the inside.
Half wheeling your ass.
Cutting you off. What about
My racing
coyotes?
line, damn it.
Coyotes. A pack of coyotes. Night ride.
Pack?
Pack of coyotes.
I'm done.
Where the fuck are we riding?
Dog, have you never seen a coyote in Toronto?
Not a pack.
I love that, by the way.
Not a pack of coyotes.
Okay.
Have you not seen?
You've never seen
pack of
coyotes in
coyotes.
Toronto?
We saw a fox in Etobicoke.
We
Saw
saw
a
two
fox
coyotes.
right here, bro.
We saw two coyotes in Etobicoke.
Yeah, but not like a pack.
In Etobicoke?
Yeah, when we were riding up towards airport.
Did we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
two coyotes.
I
He
didn't
was
see them.
fucking.
You were focused.
I didn't
so
see no
focused, man.
coyotes.
Damn.
Yeah, there were two around.
I told you, I am not aware.
I think it was at Silverthorne Park. I think it was.
Yes.
What?
yes.
Yeah, there's two of
Shit.
them,
Yeah, man.
and one of them was like really close to a lady with a dog, and she was like a little concerned.
Of course.
She's like, ah.
Yeah, yeah.
Shit. Yeah, your coyotes are wild, man.
But coyotes, and I guess coyotes probably won't chase you. They probably won't because they're not that kind of animal. You got to fuck with them before they,
And bigger dogs will tire out, man.
Oh, yeah.
Bigger dogs will tire out for sure.
Okay.
So what are we worried
Can we
about?
agree? Can we agree that horses we can't outride?
I mean,
Oh, I would be jumping
Bro,
off
depending
my
on the
bike
horse.
onto the horse.
Then? He'd be like,
all right, Dom Toretto.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
he's like, hold on, let me just clip in.
Shit, I left my Garmin. Left my Garmin on the bike.
I want to see clipless boots
Clipping horse.
For a horse.
Clipping horse.
saddle.
Oh
Yeah,
my
you know they have
God.
the strap, the foot straps.
Yeah, but you want to be clipless.
Clipless horse.
Oh my God.
Riding efficiency.
SPD.
SPD horse.
SPD.
Riding efficiency.
Yeah. Full tuck on a horse.
So what's
Yo.
the Garmin mount on a horse?
Yeah, exactly. Just around his neck, little thing at the top.
Oh my god. Does it have Varia?
You can see other riders.
Yeah, exactly.
Strap a light onto its tail or something.
Yeah, use a tail light. Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's not cool, man.
Shit.
Horse on a bike lane.
Fuck, I think we've gone off the rails, boys.
Definitely. Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Oh man. We'll catch you guys on the next episode.
That's it, man.
That was the cue, huh?
That's the cue.
You know,
We'll catch you
we're riding
guys on the next
horses
Oh, God.
Oh my Lord.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, my God. Yeah, that's it, man. That's it.
Follow us on Instagram. Donate to the donation page
Yeah.
down below.
We
And,
have covered everything.
We are out.
That is it.
Cheers.
I'm not pressing nothing.
This man, he wants outtakes.
This is all bloopers now.
Dude. Oh my god. Fuck. Oh
Okay.
my god. Imagine racing a horse on a bike.
racing a horse.